Welcome to Ankle Sore, a podcast. See, I straight away thought of it.
Yeah, but you don't have to speak too loud either. Just speak in your normal voice.
Speak in your normal voice.
Okay. Welcome to Ankle Sore, episode 1, a podcast created around loose talk of AFL footy with 3 tragic footy followers that started their journey way back in the VFL. I'm Ange, your host. To my right is Vito, a true lover of the Kangaroos, great memory for events. Love of the past, as well as his straight, hard-hitting comments.
Oh, dear.
To my left is Andy. He's our producer, lights, cameraman, and a tragic Carlton supporter as well.
Gives him no credit whatsoever, this bloke.
None. And he has
rightly so, let's be honest.
Yeah, exactly. He has the required dose of every average Carlton supporter, and that's, we've got no idea if we're going to win every week.
No, that's true. That's true.
Could be 12 zip and
But
still be worried about it.
I want to say something. This is 10 years in the making, this podcast. 10
Absolutely.
years.
It certainly is.
Should be episode 300, not 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Should
So,
be. It's been
but
a
we're
long
here now,
time.
so that's all that matters.
It's been a long time coming. It's like a Victorian cricketer debuting for Australia on Boxing Day. I'm waiting for his first
Victorian
innings.
one,
Yeah, because
that's
Victorian
true,
cricketers never.
They never get the...
So every week we'll be looking at results, ramifications, dissecting the nitty and gritty, pontificating the highs and the lows.
Jesus, Ange, you've been to school lately?
That's a Rex Huntism, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
We'll step back into time. We'll look at a bit of history.
Certainly will.
You know who you sound like?
Here we go.
You know who you sound like?
Peter Landy.
No. What's his name? He used to play for the... Who was Brett Kirk.
Brett Kirk.
Yeah. Don't you remember that? Do you remember that?
what did he
His
do?
first thing, they crossed to the boundary. I'll say something, right? Oh, we're going to engage with our hearts and minds. And like,
Yes. I have seen
We might even put the clip in later. So
We'll look at random AFL facts.
Yep. You're the statistician.
And
So
with all the frivolity.
And,
Do
oh,
you
yes.
like that word?
I like that word.
Frivolity?
And Angelo, your collection will come into play at some stage, I would assume.
It will. Your bugbears will come into play.
I've never seen
5 of
anyone.
them today
I've never
already.
seen anyone that's got so many bugbears in me.
Master of bugbears and your Richmond hatred is going to come out.
Oh, look.
It's going to come.
Funny enough, when you start hearing what I've got to say about them, you're going to be shocked.
No,
not
I
really.
won't be
Why? They've won the last few premierships.
Yeah, that's
so-
very true, isn't
Won't,
it?
won't be shocked. Won't be shocked. So, firstly, gentlemen, I guess we need to talk about the origins of ankle sore and how it come about.
Certainly.
And I'll probably get you to explain
Yeah,
that.
no worries. So ankle sore, for anyone that doesn't know, is something that came up from Bomber Thompson, who in round 2, 2014, was asked a question about Tom Bell-Chambers and his injury, boys. You guys think that was quite funny. I can see you laughing now.
That's
actually.
hilarious.
It was a decent footballer.
I'll tell you what. So anyway, when the reporter asked him a question about the ankle, what was Bomber's comeback was ankle, sore ankle, and just kept saying ankle sore, and we just all laughed and thought,
Brilliant.
hilarious.
Genius.
We thought it was hilarious. And so, therefore, that has just sat in our minds for the last, 8 or 9 years since it's been that many years. Hence the ankle sore for the podcast. I just thought, it's different and it's relevant to what we do.
And I reckon our goal is to get Bomber Thompson on.
Oh,
To interview him at some point.
Bomber, if you ever hear our...
So it's
Spinning
only
those
episode 1,
contacts.
so maybe episode 50, Bomber. I don't know if you're
If
up
you-
to it,
mate, no worries.
Mate,
We'll- and
happy
we'll-
to chat to you.
Yeah, we'd love to chat, mate. We want to know why ankle sore.
And I reckon we've utilised that word
Oh,
around the traps for different things.
yeah, for
like,
years.
What are you doing? I can't come out tonight.
Ankles.
Ankle sore.
Ankle sore.
By the way, boys, I just want to bring up too, I thought about this and we've spoken about it. There will be an ankle sore reward once the season starts.
Certainly will.
And we'll explain that a little bit more once we
Yes.
get going, what the ankle sore award will be about and who it's going to go to and so
Yeah,
forth.
excellent. Excellent.
So
Ankle sore.
on
We're
that-
going to have a bugbear as well, award that Andy will
Oh,
be
that'll
presenting
come.
his
That'll
bugbear
come.
every week.
geez, there'll be 5 bugbears a week
Yeah, all right,
with him.
all right.
Bugbears.
Come on.
So without further ado, what we're going to do is we're going to speak about the top 8 or the final ladder positions, starting with the top 8. And we're just going to have a bit of a chat about not so much the premiers or who's going to finish or who's going to
It's
be
hard to
runners up.
predict your premiership
It's just
in
January.
Look,
yeah.
how many
to be
times have we seen this, boys? Someone come first and go out in straight sets.
Yeah,
so
Exactly.
very
Give us
hard.
an example.
Well, let's not talk about it, Angelo. We know this one.
Ange, if he uses the example I'm thinking of, we'll be here till 6 p.m.
We could.
And it's 2:30 now, so
It's 1983, isn't it?
I don't think
1983.
YouTube's got enough space on their servers, mate.
1983, mate.
Nah.
Run or make the Kangas, and then in straight
top.
sets lose by 7 or 8 goals in the first week, and then lose by 100 points in the second week. So coming first, I'm sorry, just doesn't bear anything.
What was the last straight sets team
I'm not sure. We'd have to do some
That
research.
came first.
that come first and went out in the straight
We'd have to do
sets?
some research on that one, I
I reckon
reckon.
Brisbane were close a few years ago, but
Yeah.
I don't think they
It's a
finished
good question
top.
on the spot, isn't
It
it?
is.
Geelong?
It is.
Maybe Geelong? I don't know.
I know Geelong went out in straight sets for a couple of years, but I don't know if
I
they didn't
think-
finish.
I don't know if they finished first. They could have been top 2 or 3. I don't know
Then
about
again, they
top of the
finished
ladder.
top by default because they play in the fishbowl. But
Oh, there's a one
There's
bugbear.
one bugbear.
One bugbear.
just being
Tick.
honest, just being honest.
Bugbear. So we're going to go through, and we're going to starting from top first into the home and away. Veet, we'll have a chat about your
Yeah,
predictions of your top 8.
Please, boys, feel free to have a crack a bit
actually,
like
we're
you
not-
normally would.
We're going. We're actually
We'll
not
probably
going top
start
8.
with number 1.
No.
We're going your top 8. Your full ladder.
Yeah, so me top 8, boys.
Start with
No worries.
I
So
reckon, hang on, I reckon start from the bottom, mate. Start from the Muppets of Muppets.
Gee.
The last.
18th.
Dead last.
Righto, boys.
Yeah,
We'll
dead
go
last.
to 18th. No worries. All right, let's go backwards. So I've got West Coast finishing last this year.
Jeez.
Simple reason I've got.
That's big.
It is
tough.
big,
big.
but I'm just going to name some names here, boys. I'm going to name some names.
Yeah.
Gaff, Shuey, Nat Nui, Hearn, McGovern. Mate, have a look at the ages of those guys.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
I agree with that.
Just
Experience.
quality experience, but are they going to be able to sustain it through games? Like, there's going to be games where these guys are going to run out of legs. Injuries are going to... Shuey's been injured forever. Gaff's not the player he once was.
Yeah, Yo's never plays.
Well, Yo's now going to be on... He's heading on to 30 years of age. I don't know if he's going to be able to...
Yeah, but do you reckon...
Find-
remember, they play 11 home games, right?
Yeah,
Well, that's
Well,
what
anyway,
They're going to win
the other
a
thing-
They
handful.
win 9.
Nah, not 9.
I don't know if they'll win 8 or
They
9.
can win. They can
They're
win.
not gonna win
They
9.
can
Mate,
win
No,
nine.
let me say this.
they're no
Let me
good.
say this. I know
Josh
this-
Kennedy's out. No.
Thank you very much. This is what I was about to bring up. The
How
Josh
long's he
Kennedy.
out? What
He's
do you mean?
retire.
No, but
Ankle
he has
sore,
to.
mate.
He's gonna-
His ankle sore too.
What about that one?
But Josh Kennedy.
Completely slipped me that
But
one.
don't you think Josh Kennedy's still a massive loss for him? I mean, no one's just going to walk in and go do the Josh Kennedy
Yeah,
job.
but
I just
Oscar
don't-
Allen's a good player.
Oscar Allen's a good player, but he's not
We're
Josh
talking
Kennedy.
about dead last.
I'm talking about. And let me finish.
Okay,
Okay.
fair
So
enough.
I think Jack Darling's going to have it hard now. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, Oscar Allen might go forward. I agree with that, and he's a very, very good footballer. But I think Darling's going to struggle a little bit more. It's going to be tougher for him because they're going to man up on him or double team him.
Yeah,
when
I
they
agree,
can.
I agree with that.
Look, Jaden Hunt will definitely add some run for them.
That's a good
Oh, he's gone there.
The
That's
only
not a
thing
bad
I will say about him is he hasn't got the support he had at Melbourne, so he won't get the easy ball. At Melbourne,
true.
remember,
Yeah.
you get the easy ball because the
Run
hard
and
work's
carry
done, and he'd
off
run and carry.
half-back, yeah.
I'm not sure.
But if they're relying on Jaden Hunt,
Oh yeah, they're in
Yeah.
trouble.
they'll,
But this is my
they'll be in
point.
the VFL next year.
But this is my point, boys. Jesus.
No, I'm serious. If they're relying on Jaden Hunt, he's not bad, but if they're relying on him,
Yeah.
they'll be relegated.
I just reckon injuries killed West Coast last year and COVID.
Yeah, I agree.
I
COVID
know
was
they won
COVID.
2 games. They're a 6 to 8 win team. They've got 11, 12 home games in Perth.
I
just-
agree with you. I reckon 6.
I'm not
Like they
saying-
finished low.
I don't have a bottom 4.
all right.
I have a bottom 5.
Well, I just think these older guys.
Oh, fair enough.
If they get any injuries, I know
That's
you guys
fair.
talk about Ruckman and that, but you're talking about Nat Nui getting injured. Shuey gets another injury. McGovern goes down, or Hearn's 34, whatever he's 35.
Yeah.
They're in trouble, West Coast,
Yeah,
because they come. They go
if it repeats, you're
barring
right.
Perth. They're very average, in my opinion.
Yeah, they don't play well. In
And to be honest, I don't know if
what do we call West Coast when they come to Melbourne?
oh.
Security blanket.
No,
they don't have their security
no,
blanket
having
with
a
them.
security- that's the other
Comfort
thing.
zone back
I
at
didn't
home.
bring that up. That's the other thing. But that's why I think they'll come last.
All
They
right.
want that guy they got from Geelong to wake up a bit.
Tim Kelly.
Tim Kelly, he'd want to wake up.
Like there's a lot.
Again,
There's a lot
injured.
hanging on his shoulder.
Yeah, but mate, 3 first-round picks,
Cost
big
a lot.
contract. Yeah. Anyway, next.
Cost a lot. 17.
Well, 17, I think, St Kilda. I think they're going to fall big time.
Oh, that's a slide.
Okay.
I agree. No, I agree with
now,
that.
let me say this
Yeah.
before we 10th last year. Okay, I think they're going to drop big time, and I'll tell you why. And I know we've had arguments about this. I know you.
No,
Indies.
go on.
King's a massive hole, mate.
Yeah, massive.
Huge.
That's 50 goals a year.
There's a goal kicker right there. He is a massive hole to goal kicking, and there's structure, if you want to call it structure, as we do. Okay.
Do they even have one?
Well, they go
Well,
okay
it's
on.
gonna be less
Look,
working.
they go okay on Etihad, but I think they're going to struggle to score. And Zane
Yeah.
Cordy, they've got him as as their recruit. Inconsistent. If they're banking on him, I don't know where they're going. I think a new coach as well. I don't know.
Ross
I just
Lyon.
want to see
Has a
St
game
Kilda.
passed him by, you reckon, Ross Lyon?
100%.
I reckon that is.
I find it staggering that they got him again. I actually find it staggering.
What was the alternative though? Like they didn't really
Look, can you go untried? I don't know. I don't know if they're in that Kangas from 2 years ago.
Yeah, but do you go to Ross
situation. I don't
Lyon
know.
from 10 years? I don't know.
That remains to be seen, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
their
Listen,
scoring's going to be affected
I
massively
don't trust them.
without King.
I don't trust
now,
them.
I'll give you a stat. King had 100 shots at goal last year. 100 shots on goal.
What do you kick?
Really?
Do you know what he
Remember,
kicked?
he had 60. So
No.
between the two of them, they had 160
160.
shots on goal.
So
Missed the finals.
that's my point.
Inconsistent.
Yeah.
That's 160
Okay.
shots.
So Andy,
And
do you agree with me?
Memory is not.
Yeah, I agree with.
improve.
I don't like St Kilda. This
I
year.
agree.
I don't like.
I've got him in my bottom five.
So have I.
So
Bottom
for me,
five.
that's
So
again.
what?
I mean, give or take, they could finish third last, but anyway, that's what I think.
Okay,
Next.
16th.
I'm not sure, but GWS, I got 16th. Believe it or not.
He's got his.
I'm
He's
not-
got the Kangas.
No. Don't worry about the
jeez,
Kangas.
nah,
Don't worry about
Kangas
the
higher.
Kangas.
The Kangas won't be high.
Don't
But
worry
they
about
won't be much higher
the
than that.
Kangas high, but listen to me.
But I agree with you.
Okay, so
I'm not
I'll
a
tell you
fan of
right
that.
Who
now,
was that one? Who was that again?
GWS, Taranto and Hopper are massive.
Massive.
Massive, right?
They couldn't do anything with them,
Mate,
let
you
alone
got two
without them.
midfielders that kick goals. You got two midfielders that are ready made and use the footy and get
No
between
doubt.
them will get 60 touches, right? Okay, so that's two midfielders they've lost. An untried coach, hard to decipher, right? I don't know. It could be a gun, Adam Kingsley, and he might not. I don't know.
So
Again,
that can go, yeah. But at the same
jury's out
time,
on
you
it,
look at
100%.
the Collingwood coach. What's his name?
McRae. Yeah, Craig
Came
McRae.
in.
Fantastic.
They almost finished on top of the ladder.
I agree.
Seriously,
Incredible. And that's one, but that's not
They
going to happen
couldn't
all
lose.
the time.
No,
we'll
I'm
talk
just
about
saying.
Collingwood when we
Yeah,
get to
all
it.
right.
But I'm just going to say one more thing before
Yep.
we talk. I get off GWS. I've got a question mark on this bloke because I think he's an absolute gun. But Toby Green, I can't trust him.
I can't trust him
That's
either.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that's
bloke's
true.
an absolute gun of a footballer.
He needs help.
But not just that.
He needs help.
He's,
He needs
he's very undisciplined. As soon as things aren't going right for these guys, they're going to struggle.
Yeah.
He's going to lose his
And
mind.
it's all on him.
And it's all on him. The pressure's on him. And I think sometimes it just gets to him.
There's a definite slide. I don't know if they're going to slide.
Well, look, what did they finish last year? I didn't actually look at that. Maybe
They
12th,
finished
13th.
pretty
They're
low.
pretty low.
Yeah. So it's not
I
exactly.
just
It's
think
not a
It's
massive.
not a shock. No.
It's not a shock, but I just think that they're going to struggle, and I don't know how long it's going to take the new coach to get them to where he wants them to be, or thereabouts.
All right. Fair enough.
I think the Kangas are 15th. I think the Kangas are 15th, North.
That's fair.
I think Logue's a very good acquisition in the back line and can go forward if North need him there. Look, this is what I've been told, boys. Don't quote me on it. Someone told me just yesterday that Will Phillips has been flying in the practice matches.
He'd want to
Need
be.
that.
Let's be honest.
And they think that it's like a new recruit for him.
Yeah.
And I just think LDU and Simpkin will go to another level. I think
There's definitely
LDU, my lord, have I been wrong about him over the years?
Yeah, just for those.
Let's not even talk about him because 5
for
years
those-
have been
just
going
for
on
those- You were
about
gonna
him.
say
Don't know
something,
that he
Angela.
Despised him for
4 years.
day
4
one.
years.
He's slow.
You want to
He's
trade him
not
for Paddy
interested.
Dow? You're happy to trade
Get
Paddy
rid
Dow?
of
Our
him.
first draft pick. Just get rid of him.
Come on,
Get
boys.
rid of him.
More than happy.
Buddy swallowed his.
I swallowed my pride. I did say he had
And
class.
rang
He
up.
just looked lazy, but I did ring
There's
SEN.
a lot lazier footballers than him.
I did ring SEN and apologise about LDU, but anyway,
Okay.
Will.
I think
Fair
they'll go to
enough.
another level. And look, and
Particularly when he's got a Brownlow clanging around his neck.
perhaps,
couple of
what
years.
remains to be seen. And I think the last thing on this one, I just think they'll go up a couple of spots for those reasons. And I think the Clarko effect will improve the
it's
culture
massive.
and
No
the
doubt.
application, right? So
No
it's
doubt.
the application of players, the mindset of players, and the culture at the club as a whole, I think will improve. And so I think they'll win a few more games.
Yeah.
Therefore, they'll go up a few spots.
How many games can they win?
Oh, what did they win last year? 3, was it? 2?
2.
I think they can win 6.
Yeah,
7
I think
maybe?
six should be
That would be
the
a
six should be
that
their
would be
level.
their ceiling.
Yeah, if they hit 6, they should be happy with that.
My thoughts on that is that if they won 2, if they can win 4, that's double.
Jeez, Angel.
That's double.
I know, but it doesn't work like that. I don't.
Four, 4 you're scraping the barrel. Like
Yeah, I think
I
4.
reckon they'd be
I think
disappointed. if they won
Clarko
4.
would be livid if they won 4
Yeah,
games. To be
I
honest.
agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
you would be too.
Oh, let me tell you.
Unfortunately, that's what I think.
Well, anyway.
But there's winning
Maybe
4 games.
5?
But there's winning 4 games,
That's
and
right.
there's losing 8 games by a couple of kicks being in the.
I know, but
that's exactly right.
Look,
That's fine. I'm happy with that. If I'm a North supporter, I'm happy with them losing 16 games or 18 games, but being involved in most games, not being out of it in the first
look,
quarter.
look, that's fair. That's fair. And look, then they've got Liam Shields and a bit of experience they've added in. I'm not sure how many games he's going to play.
It's going to help.
He's
I mean-
gonna play
I mean, they've
more
got-
than he won't.
And we've got these,
Yeah.
Tom Powell, these kids are going to get better. I just think that, look, 15th I think is fair. I think they can win 6 or 7 games. Remains to be seen, but that's just what I
Their
think.
biggest problem, and as well as
We're doing a
anyone-
North Club corner here, by
Yeah,
the way,
well,
folks.
We're going to get off North in 1 second.
5 seconds.
But
Come
their
on.
biggest problem is they need to score.
Absolutely.
They can't kick 6, 7, 8 goals.
Yeah, like we've talked about that, and we can go back to that. We can revisit that during the year, but anyway.
I reckon
that's-
Clarko will fix that.
So
but
just a
anyway.
quick repeat on your bottom 4.
So the bottom 4, as I said, West Coast,
West Coast,
St Kilda, GWS North.
So 14th.
14th, I got the Hawks. Okay, similar to last year, which I think they were 13th or something around there. I think Carl Lane, even though I put him down one spot, but I think Carl Amon will be good for him.
Yeah, it's a good get.
Because he's a good left footer who's got some class, a bit of class around the pack. You know,
Don't know about class.
I think he's good.
I think he's an okay
He's
footballer.
He's
I think
okay.
he's.
I was going to say
He
opportunist,
complements
but he's
a
not
good.
quite opportunist.
Like he was all right at Port Alex. He had a lot of help.
He had a good year. He's had 2 very good years.
Yeah, I reckon he misses a target a lot. But
And again, and the other thing I was going to say about it, I think they sit in a similar mould to last year. I don't think a lot's going to change with them.
I think they gutted their list over
Yeah.
summer.
they had to. They
They
had
have
to. though.
one
Let's be
one
honest.
player over the age of 30. So that's going to go against them.
Like my oath. I
Badly.
totally agree.
But
And
they-
They've got a lot of off-field issues, and we probably don't have to mention it here, but we all know what their off-field issues
yeah,
are.
correct.
But
Yeah.
they don't kick the football. See, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But
Here
for
we go
me-
with these analogies about kicking
No,
the
no.
football through the big sticks. You know, the
well,
big sticks?
Either you can or you can't.
Totally agree.
Right. So
But there's a lot more, and Andrew's spoken
they have
about
a
this.
crack.
We've spoken about this
Yeah,
at
they do
Coffees,
have a
boys.
crack.
When we've had our coffees down in Airport West there, we've spoken about this. It is about that, but you've said about how players get treated, and these days the players are a lot more, need to be moulded and whatever else.
No
you
problem.
argue with that. We do argue with that.
But
and
you,
anyway,
you still need to kick a football.
Totally
You still
agree.
need to know how to play the game and kick a football.
but my last point on that, just like you've got some good kids there, like Joe Newcomb and a few others there that
Good footballer.
I think there's going to be a brighter outlook for him in the next few years. But I just think this year they might sit around where they were last year, maybe a spot below.
I've got them sliding further.
Okay.
Just on
13th, I think this side might be okay. They're going to improve at Adelaide.
yeah.
I think
Okay.
so too.
Showed some good signs in games last year.
I know where I've got
I
that.
can't justify them going any higher than that, but I don't believe they'll drop. List is very similar to last year. We're looking at their list. I didn't see they haven't put any big inclusions in, have they?
No.
But I think I saw some games last year. I thought this list that they've established is starting to show a little bit more. What's that word? Like structure, a better structure, or a better understanding of what they're meant to be doing.
I remember many times last year you saying, have a look at Adelaide, having a crack.
Yeah,
Good structure.
only because we're having a crack at the Kangas.
Because North didn't have any of that. And they were, was that last year round 1 against Geelong? At Adelaide Oval, or was the year before?
I can't remember that.
And they were fantastic in that first round.
Yeah, they were too. Yeah, they did. They won.
They
Yeah,
had
he's-
some-
Oh, they did too.
their
They did
wins
so.
were very good.
They were very.
Hang on, you're talking about Adelaide?
Yep.
Didn't they beat Fremantle
Yeah, they beat Fremantle
by
as
a
well.
point
Yeah.
round 1? Wasn't that last
No,
year?
they definitely beat Geelong early in the year, but
Well, that was Fremantle
But anyway,
beating them
look,
by a point.
you remember the Geelong one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, I haven't got much more. Like I said, their list is very similar, but I just think they'll improve, and I think they'll be okay.
Yeah.
But I still
No,
think they'll be still in that
certainly
bottom
agree
6 or
with that.
7. But
I agree with that.
Fair
okay,
enough.
I got this side of 12th. I think similar to where they were last year, Gold Coast. Look. Reason I think I know what he's going to say because this bloke wants him out of the AFL,
Yeesh.
doesn't he, Ange? He
Well,
wants
they've
him out.
contributed nothing, mate, in 15 years.
So Connor
Let's be honest.
Blakely.
15
So
years.
they've brought in Connor Blakely.
Hard to.
They've brought in Connor Blakely.
Who's
and
Connor
Jed
Blakely?
Anderson. Fremantle, wasn't he?
Fremantle.
So he got delisted from Fremantle.
Did he get delisted? Did he?
Delisted.
Okay, so Gold
Nothing
Coast have picked him up.
inclusions.
Yep.
Jed Anderson, I'm not sure what he's going to offer them.
Another delisted player.
Nothing.
Okay.
He'll just run around.
So they're trying to get better with 2 delisted players that couldn't fit on
You know, well, I think they'll stay in the same vein as last year because the rest of the list is okay. I mean, they've got Lukosius and Noah Anderson and you've got what's his name in the midfield?
So-
Who's a tough
And they've
nut?
probably done themselves a favour by getting rid of Rankin.
Oh, what, Rao.
Getting rid of him. That's 3 goals a game, mate.
Well, I forgot about Rankin at Adelaide. I did forget about that.
Yeah, it's a good
That-
get.
that
It's a good
helps.
get for
Great
them, but
get.
I think there was just some
Why?
issues. I just reckon there was issues.
But what do you
there.
mean?
Yeah, attitude looked a bit too cocky for my liking and wanted his own way.
Yeah, and
So
sorry,
that-
Isaac, if you actually listen.
Yeah, and there's another bloke that's got that attitude, which we'll talk about, I'm sure, at some stage down the track.
Before, I think they're going to be big improved. They only missed the 8 by 2 games last year. They won 10 games.
Yeah. But I think a lot of teams this year are going to be better than...
Yeah, that's the other
Them.
thing. That's a fair call
Are they
too.
better equipped? Or
I don't think they-
haven't, like you said, they haven't improved.
I don't think they're getting any better.
And
But other teams are
Well,
getting better.
hence what I just
don't
said.
forget King
I've
returns. I
kept him.
know how you feel about
Oh,
King,
look, I'm not a fan.
I'm not
but
sold
it
on him.
straightens you up.
Yeah, they
You
can
fell
straighten up
forward.
as much as possible,
It
mate.
straightens you up.
Yeah, I that's fine. I agree with that.
So
Again, there's 2 big goalposts and 2
I know,
small ones.
I know.
If he can kick them through the big ones
Yep.
6 times a game, they're a
Well,
chance.
he's not going to do that. We
So
know
that's
that.
in the Gold Coast.
We know that.
There's
So
your
look,
answer, mate.
I just think it's not going to be much different to what they were last year, pretty much.
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
losings ain't going
I
to make
agree.
much difference.
No, yeah.
I think losing Rankin,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I did
Massive
not mention
loss.
that. Massive loss.
But they get King back, so
yeah, look, I think
Yeah.
Equals it out, I
equals
guess.
it
No,
out,
they get-
balances out.
They
I
get
think.
a,
So where they get
I won't
better?
say
They-
quality, but they get a key forward in,
Yeah.
which is always better.
Oh, you know who they lost? Who they delisted?
Connor Ballenden.
No.
Yeah,
not,
jeez.
not him.
Was he playing Airport West?
Airport West
Two the
Eagles.
stars.
Oleg Markov.
Oleg Markov.
Oh, did
Oleg.
he get delisted?
Yeah,
or did he know?
delisted.
He's in
Yeah.
3 clubs and he's played less than 10 games.
Yeah, I know.
Has he? No, he hasn't, boys.
Richmond?
But again,
He hasn't played 10
Adelaide?
games.
No, I'm saying
he's played about
less.
30.
How many games are
No, he's played a lot.
We'll have to,
He's played
look
a
that
lot.
one
I'll
up.
have to Google that.
But Oleg Markov.
No impact.
But
No
again,
impact.
But again,
Had
they
pace.
went and
Had
got
pace.
this bloke. They went and got this bloke, so they thought, oh, he'll improve. And then 2 years later, delisted.
Do you know what you say about pace? So this is young Andrew's
Yeah.
analogy. You got pace, go and do athletics.
Yeah.
Well, am I right?
Exactly.
You got to be quick. Don't get me wrong. But again, you can be Usain Bolt. If you cannot kick a football, there's a door, mate. That's the way I look
Fair
at
enough. Fair enough. Oh, you can't argue with that, really.
I think you give me positions and I'll shut up.
Oh,
Exactly.
God, we're going to go down that road.
Exactly.
Anyway, at 11, I have a side that finished 15th last year. They'll go up 4 spots, I think. Essendon finish 11th. Though I think their list is better than what it shows. But anyway, look, just a few points on them. I think Wiedemann's ready-made for it.
Yep.
Unfortunately, was at a favourite at Melbourne, and fair enough with their list, right?
It's a
I
good
think
get, though.
He'll be, my oath, he's handy
I
for
reckon
them.
it's a good get.
He'll be handy for them, mate. And you got Setterfield. Now, with Setterfield, will he add some bite on the outside? Remains to be seen. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
The Carlton pessimist is about to put his 2 cents in about
So
Setterfield.
he's a good player, Setterfield.
I just said, will he be able to add
No,
some
I'm
bite?
asking you. Okay.
He's okay, I think.
Okay, at best, I
Okay.
would say.
Yeah, I'd probably have to agree with you. I don't think he's...
He's no worse than someone that they would have delisted.
Probably not.
He'll play every week, though, won't
He'll
he?
play every week.
No chance.
Oh, no, he's
Ooh, Mark
incorrect.
that down. Mark that down.
Is this the Jack Zeeble thing
Yeah.
revisited?
Yep.
No,
Mark
mate.
that down.
We'll have to go back. We'll have to talk about
It wasn't
that
Jack
one.
Zeeble. It was the other guy that was on $1 million that never played for North Melbourne. Remember? Ankle sore?
Jared Polak.
Jared
Oh,
Pollock.
yeah. Well, no,
Playing
let's-
Yarraville Eagles.
Let's get off the
next
North
year.
thing. We're going to get on the North thing.
No,
again,
I'm
boys.
just making the point.
Anyway,
that just
With
because...
Essendon, I think their forward setup's going to look better because Wright and Wiedemann, but you'll probably...
Yeah, Wright's
probably
a star,
stealing
mate.
your
I
thunder
told
there.
you 2 years ago,
Tip
Wright's
and
a
Woody,
star.
not sure how they're going to go. Tip and Woody. I don't know what they're what they're thinking there. If they're expecting him to be back to what he used to be, I'm sorry.
No, I don't think they are, but...
That's ridiculous. You cannot possibly think that he's going to be what he was. Because I
But I don't
agree,
think
early
they
on
do.
he was something.
I don't think they do. I don't think
well,
they
if
think...
they don't, then that's
It's
okay.
a slow... It's a slow,
Yeah, I don't
slow
think...
burn,
It's just like, okay, we'll have your back, and if you want
And
to
look-
get back to where you were,
Yeah,
you've got every
yeah.
opportunity.
I'm going
but
to
if
bring
you-
in another kid who got injured. I think he was injured for a fair bit of the season last year, Harrison Jones, if I'm
Yeah,
not
he was a good
mistaken.
player.
He's a very good player with good
player.
hands and can kick.
Very good football. They got good kids.
So what I'm saying is,
They're good
what I was
kids.
saying, that's what I was saying. I think their list is better than what I think it's going to finish. But I think, and the last point I had on him was, I think Brad Scott will improve the discipline and toughness.
absolutely. I
He'll
was gonna
put
say
toughness into that list because I think I think Essendon are a bit soft. Do you
They
think?
are.
Do you agree?
They are.
So I think Brad Scott, you know what he's like, and you've worked with
It's-
him.
They're
not-
soft- They're soft the other way.
Yeah, but it's
Aren't
not.
they?
It's not the softness part. It's they're allowed to be. It's like they baby him.
Okay, Andrew, I'm going to ask you a question here. Talking about Brad Scott, you worked at North. He's sitting in the box while he was coaching. Will he add discipline and toughness to the list?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know this better than any of us.
And he'll give
Yeah,
them a game
give us
plan
an
that
insight,
might
give
be
us
a
an
little
insight.
bit- it'll be a little bit negative for Essendon. Essendon supporters are just used to marvel, get on the skates and go, and let's kick 100 and the opposition kicks 90. It won't be like that.
I like that though.
I know you do.
Oh, we're going to...
Brad Scott's
Love
going to
it.
make sure, okay, we kick 80, they kick 70. They have to have more defence in them, or else teams are just going to kick scores.
But do you agree with the toughness, boys? Do you agree they need to be tougher, Essendon?
That's all part of it.
They're just
Yeah,
too
but
compromising.
that's all part- that's all part of
They're
it.
too compromising for my...
They're
But I
too
think their
comfortable.
list... But I think their list is definitely better than what it sits. And that's just my opinion. I think Brad Scott, just as a North supporter, I saw what he did with North. He made them tougher, no doubt. He
Yeah.
made them... And Ange, like you said, you sat in the box and you
Yeah.
heard it and you saw it. So that's what I think. Anyway. Okay, so intense spot, boys. I think Port, similar to last year. So let me finish on this one. I don't care, and he's going to argue. No doubt he's going to argue with me right now. Robbie Gray, a loss because he's a classy match winner, mate.
He's a gain for East Doncaster in the Eastern Footy League.
Is he playing at East Doncaster,
Really?
Angelo?
Oh, he's a Melbourne boy.
Doncaster Sharks.
Okay,
East
no.
Doncaster.
Do you agree, Angelo? Because he's not going to agree with me.
What, that Gray's a loss?
No, he's a
He's a match winner, mate. He's a match winner. You know that.
He is.
But they picked one up.
Who?
Don't say his name. Willie Rioli.
Well, he's a good.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Replacement. He's a
Okay,
good player.
I'm going to get to him in a
Number
minute.
Hang on,
Six.
is his name Willie or Junior?
Junior.
Junior,
Has
righto.
he changed his name?
Yeah.
Why? How? When?
During trade period it was changed.
Yeah, I know, but what?
Don't
All they said is Junior Rioli. I'm thinking, is there
Yeah,
another Rioli? What
must
are they
be.
talking about?
Okay, so
Heritage family
so
thing
the
or
thing is
something.
with that one.
That's
Okay, so still a classic, and then what I'm saying is Boak's turning 34. Or he's already
true,
34.
True.
He's a machine, though.
He's a machine. Okay. This bloke here, Fantasia, they picked him up hoping they got a goal kicker.
Broken
Where
down
is he?
horse. He's
Injury
broken-
prone. The most injury prone
Broken-
bloke I've ever
broken
seen,
down
I think.
horse.
So there's another one. You can't bank on him. You can't rely on him.
They're good points. They're
Right?
good points.
And then finally, I've just got a couple more points on Port before I... Rioli, can he stay fit and settle in? This is the thing. I don't know.
hasn't
Can
played in 2
play.
years.
Can play. That's what I mean. He's got a lot of issues probably in his mind with all the stuff that's
But he
going
wanted
on.
to go there, so maybe
Perhaps.
that might help, you know?
And look,
You're gonna say
finally, I'm going to talk about the great number 6, right?
it? Is he wearing 6 there?
I don't know what number he is. I don't really care, Angelo, to be honest with you.
No,
But,
no North supporter really cares.
Nah, right. So what I'm going to say with him, he showed some glimpses of class. There's no doubt it last year. He did, right? But his attitude,
His
from what I
attitude.
can see,
But we know that.
is an
We know he
issue.
can play.
We know.
It's his attitude.
So I'm hearing already I don't know how much truth there is in it. There's a few issues here and there. I don't know, and we can't comment because we don't know.
That's right.
But what I'll say, if he doesn't clean up that, well, then there's Fantasia
I
who you
reckon
can't
if
rely on. Boak's 34, and the number 1 draft pick from last year, if he doesn't come to fruition, where are they going, Port Adelaide? Even though I think I've been generous, I think, putting him 10th,
Gee,
to be
That's
honest.
about right.
you don't want to know where I've put him.
Okay, well then.
No, I
let's-
don't. And we'll argue that point.
And look,
Because
profusely.
I'm going to save that.
Okay, so anyway, and then the final side that's going to just miss the 8 for me, I know you're going to think I'm mad here, Bulldogs.
No, I'm with you.
That's fair.
Okay, now I'm just going to give a few points on these guys. Rory Lobb, yes, very. Oh,
Good
look,
get, great
good
get.
get. You know what?
They need a goal kicker.
I agree with you. I agree with him. You know
great
why I
get.
agree with him? Because a lot of people go Rory Lobb. I reckon he's a very, very good
he's a good
footballer.
goal kicker.
Good hands, can kick. My question mark on him is, and I said efforts at times, and he's been to 3 clubs in such a short time.
Why? Yeah,
Why?
why?
I don't know why.
Yeah,
But you got to question it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Is there an attitude where he plays? Is there a problem with him? I don't know. Look, we can't.
But
Again,
isn't
we
he
can't
Victorian?
speculate.
Is he Victorian?
I'm not sure he's a Victorian. Is he?
Don't know.
I thought he was Victorian. So if he's okay, so you're Victorian. Let's just assume he is. I don't know if he is or isn't. You go to GWS and then you go to Fremantle.
And he
Wouldn't you
looked
want to
like-
come home?
And he looked like
Yeah.
Marty McFly's dad.
Right.
That's true.
George McFly.
George McFly. Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
So you had to do
So,
Back
so
to the
wouldn't you
Future
want to come
between-
home?
He's
So at
gone
least
back
he's
to the
back-
future. He's come home.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
true.
So I don't know. That's got
It's
to
a
help.
good
I
get.
reckon.
It's the first time in a long time that they've got themselves. They've moved Shaki on.
Yeah.
They've got themselves a key
Yep,
forward.
yep,
They
yep.
need one.
Okay. And I've just a couple more points on the Dogs. Why I think Liam Jones. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but they've got nothing.
That's fine. 32 years old, hasn't played for 2 years.
Yeah,
is he
hasn't
mentally?
pla- Nah,
is he
he's
mentally right to go? Is he going to be able to keep up and
he'll
get like he
I
did?
reckon he'll be fine. I reckon.
Oh,
He
Yeah.
played in the Quaffle last year.
That's my point, boys.
Yeah, but that's.
This
At
bloke.
least he played footy. Is
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
Oh, yeah, he played footy.
I think. that's
You want
a
to talk
good
about the
get.
quaffle? So let's talk about the Premier League and the A League.
Yeah, but he's got to play.
I know.
At least he's
Yeah.
playing. At least he's playing. If you're sitting on his ass, different story.
They've had some losses too.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough.
They've had
Yeah.
some.
And for me,
Dunkley's a big loss.
Oh,
For me-
another big. There's another one.
very
the other
good.
one?
Very
Hunter.
Hunter.
yeah. Okay. Well, I've got him. I've got a comment about him as well, but
Good player.
not him now, but
Was a
later
good
on.
player.
Very good on ball brigade. We know that. Not going to
Yeah,
argue with that.
great.
Bond.
McRae.
No.
Not a
I'll
fan.
argue. McRae. I'm sorry. He sprays that football.
Does.
Right. He can get 35 touches, but 20 of those don't always go to. Probably if half
And
go to a team.
he's got a short game. A lot of his
Chip kicks.
footwork.
chip
Yeah,
kicks.
I'm not
Sure.
a fan of McRae.
Okay,
Gets a
and
lot.
the last thing, pretty much, this sums up why I think they might miss out on the 8. Not about their list as much. They don't kick enough score, mate.
But that's why Rory Lobb.
Have you seen their draw as well?
No.
It's a nightmare. It's the second hardest.
Is it really?
Statistically,
Okay.
it's the second
Fair
hardest
All
draw.
right, well, I think the Dogs will
That
just
might
miss
hit it.
out. So
Okay.
that's my bottom 8, boys.
All
And,
right.
or bottom 10, whatever it
Let's
is.
do
there.
your bottom 8.
Well,
Angelo, I'll be interested.
I'll skim through them.
Because I think we've
Some of
made
these
a-
points we've sort of going to double up on. So we can,
I've spoken
unless
about.
there's some odd ones.
I've spoken
that-
about North. I think they finished last.
Jesus.
Why?
They won 2 games,
Why?
and if they can win 5, great. 5 still gets you last
Ange, I disagree.
They cannot win.
Well, okay, so why are they going to finish
because
last?
they're not good enough to win more than 5 games.
So,
End of story.
so the points we brought up before, you don't think they'll improve?
I don't trust that they'll score enough still. They've still got Larky. What have they improved in their forward half?
Well, I know Zerha, but Zerha got injured last year.
I know.
He missed some games. I think you got to understand.
It's very hard. It's
Don't get
very
me
hard
wrong.
when you've got an accountant as a coach.
Yeah,
Oh,
true.
thank you
Don't-
very
No,
No,
Stop,
I'm not
stop.
arguing with you. Your
Stop,
words.
stop,
No, I'm not arguing
stop.
with you.
They are my words. Now, I'm just going to say this to anyone that's listening in and wants to listen. I said to these boys, and nothing personal about David Noble, all I said was when they got him, you cannot possibly tell me
Okay.
that a bloke...
In hindsight-
No, let me finish. A bloke that's never coached a football club, I'm talking at the highest level, proper highest level, right?
But-
Going to fix the culture. There was an issue with the culture. Obviously, the list wasn't great with the recruiting over the years.
Recruiting was poor.
Correct.
The club was poor.
Correct.
Yeah.
So my point is, I'm not actually having to go at him personally. All
Yeah.
I think is they needed a Clarko. I'm talking about a Clarko
Back then.
Back then. Okay. So
I agree.
But was he coaching Hawthorn when they hired
Yes, he
Noble?
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they couldn't get him,
Fair
right?
enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right.
But I just think that was the wrong choice. And boys, was I correct? Because we argued about.
No, you
this.
are. You were. But
You were correct.
all we
Yeah.
said is
Yep.
give him a go.
Okay.
But I'm saying there's going to be, I agree with everything you said, massive improvement. There's going to be structure. There's going to be effort. There's going to be
I'll be staggered if
commitment.
they finish last.
I'll
with
be
Clarkson.
staggered if they
I
finish
just
last, but that's
staggered.
fair enough, Ange.
Staggered.
I can't see them winning more than 5. I went through the fixture. I looked at who they're capable of beating, and just their
Okay.
scoring's a real concern. I hope they can kick.
I don't know.
I hope they can kick 10, 11, 12 goals a game. That gives them 80 points, makes them competitive.
Okay.
I hope.
All right.
but
Fair enough.
Gee, Hawthorn, massive slide. I said that they gutted the list.
Second last.
130-year-old,
That's a big
second
call.
last.
So you got. Look, I thought I gave him. What did I put off on that? I did put him at 14th. Geez, you
I've gone-
put him really sliding.
Yeah, really sliding because off-field issues. Oh, well, yeah, I've already repeated all that.
Yeah,
Like,
we've gone through that stuff. So,
Yeah,
but
you know-
is there anything else you wanted to add that I
not no.
better
No,
off on?
West Coast I added to you, but I've got them third last. You had them last, but
But that's close
I
enough.
mentioned
I'm happy
basically-
with
Okay,
that.
so I'll argue just quickly with look, and this is I'm taking me North hat off, right? So it's off,
Yeah, that's fair.
and I'll take it off. You know me, I'll bag North.
I will take it
Yeah.
off for you. Don't worry.
Right, I'm sure you will throughout
Yeah.
the year, but West Coast for me.
I know
For, already round 1 behind the 8 ball because I think North will win that game.
because that's
So
a
that puts-
marvel. Yeah,
that-
well, there's
that-
one for North.
So
They're
that
gonna
puts
win.
West Coast
Then they're a
behind
chance
that.
to win the flag if they win the first game, North. Anyway,
It's
go
not
on.
North, it's North, boys.
It's North.
North.
NRF.
North Melbourne.
15th Adelaide, about thereabouts for you. Already
Yeah, you
mentioned.
think they'll improve?
What? Yeah.
Well, I had them at 13th. I thought there would be a bit more improvement in them, but is there any reason
Only
why you
because
think-
They look good
I think
halfway
I think
through the
there's
year.
a couple of sides that, like
Yeah.
St Kilda and Adelaide. I don't. Everyone talks bottom 4.
Mm-hmm.
I talk bottom 5 because the way I looked at it, there's 5 genuine teams that are going to finish bottom 5.
Terrible
St Kilda's
vote,
one
yeah.
of them. So North, Hawthorn, West Coast, Adelaide, St Kilda.
okay. Can I-
are my
St Kilda,
bona
14.
fide bottom 5.
14th. Okay, I had them second last in Kilda. Yeah, I had them.
So,
Yeah.
so do you reckon St Kilda's better equipped than Adelaide?
No,
So why have
They're
you got
on a
them?
par.
So why have you got them on top of Adelaide?
one position difference.
Yeah, you can take
percentage.
Yeah,
They won't kick a score, St Kilda,
Percentage.
so they won't. Okay.
I like Adelaide's endeavour and their
I reckon they're good.
enthusiasm and their
I
quick.
think
and
St Kilda's
they're
in-
exciting. They're good to
I
watch.
think-
Adelaide.
I think they're 3 years.
I think St Kilda's in big trouble, to be honest.
Oh, I agree, but I think that's a slide too. 14th.
Jeez,
I think that's
they'll be
a
worse off-
decent
I think
year.
they'll be worse off than North and Hawthorn and Adelaide. I think.
Gee.
Okay.
Well, if that's the case, then North wins 8 games, which I
No,
don't-
I think North
Nah,
wins
not-
6.
not-
I don't think St Kilda wins more than 5 or 6.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Anyway.
I think it's a couple more than that.
I think Ross lined the games past him by, but that's my
So
opinion.
I've got a couple of groups. I've got my bottom 5, and then I've got 2 teams and then 3 teams to make up that. Bottom
Okay,
10.
so what do you got?
Essendon and GWS. Everyone's predicting GWS to slide,
Yeah.
and everyone's predicting Essendon to jump. Neither will happen. They'll stay thereabouts.
So you think Essendon will finish where they finished? I thought they'd be higher. I think I said to you they'll be higher.
Like I said, I think Wiedemann's going to be an addition to that forward half. What else? You know, like
Well, they got another
we're relying
top
on
10
the
draft
coach
pick.
Okay,
and the
I
game
know
plan.
we touched on it. But what do you think Tip and Woody? Do you think he's going to make
Nah,
it?
nah,
You're with
he's
me.
not in their best 22. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
But they got this
Just
kid
played
who's meant to
footy-
be
good
the.
footy 4 years ago.
And look, I just want to touch on one thing. Sorry.
Plus,
I just want to touch on one thing, and we can't talk about your kids that you got in the draft because I like when people go, "We got." I'll use
No.
Wolf as the example. We got Sheasel.
Yeah, but
Mate,
they
you can't
count.
talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
those
yeah.
kids. It
But
counts.
no, you
it
can't.
counts.
Players,
It counts.
right?
It counts in round 6 when I've seen them play and go,
Exactly.
Yes, this kid's making
Exactly.
a difference.
Well, there's a
Exactly.
reason why they went top in the draft
Of course.
because they can play.
So-
right?
well, that's right. At under 18 level.
That's right.
Well, they all play
Against
under
kids.
18.
We're spoken about
But they
this
all
as
play
well.
at under
We talk
18,
about
so.
that. You're right. At under 18 level, they're all guns.
They're playing against kids their age.
And there's
Following
kids
year,
that can't
you're
even
18
kick a
playing against
football.
a
enough.
32-year-old
Or a
on
28-year-old,
McGovern.
that's just going to bowl you over.
That's right.
At every contest. So,
Like-
but anyway, we can talk about
Fair
that.
enough.
We can talk about that all day.
Like, you know, that centre-half forward kid plays against kids of his equivalent. The following year,
He's playing on defenders
he's
at
on
20.
McGovern at
Yeah,
West Coast.
Who's
You
just
know
going to
what I mean?
go whack, every time you go near the footy.
So,
right?
look, I've got that.
All
I've
right.
got GWS the same. They're not jumping, but they're not slaughtering. Look, they're going to stay the same. I can see them winning a handful of games. What do you think?
I just don't like GWS at all.
I know, but
No, I can't see. Well,
Can I
they've
just say
lost
something?
two very good players.
so those two teams for me are in a bit of a rut, bit of a not going up, not going
Okay,
down.
Brett Scott, we spoke about it before.
Their game plan's going to look different again.
Better, yeah.
If I was an Essendon supporter, don't expect to go to Etihad and
See the
play
skates?
skate footy. No, it's going to be lockdown footy. It's going to be tempo footy. It's
So
going
then
to
they-
teach these players how to play
So
defensively
then they trade
first.
Parrish or Merrick. You can't have both
Oh,
Shit,
why?
That's massive.
because they're both.
Downhill skiers.
Oh, I tell you now,
I wouldn't say down
I'd
his
keep- I'd
skis.
keep Merritt before I keep Parrish.
Yeah, probably. I agree.
yeah.
But they're
Yeah,
both.
You can't, mate. They're not going to get rid of one of them.
Right.
There's
No,
nothing
no.
in the world.
No. But he's saying with Brad Scott's influence, they're gonna play like this. You can't have these
Oh,
guys.
but you don't know. Brad Scott might.
You might have changed
might
his
change
philosophy,
right up.
Exactly.
philosophies or whatever.
You know,
You don't know.
we talk about
You're
Ross
just going by
Lyon.
what you've seen in the past.
That's right.
All
That's
right.
all you can do.
Yeah, that's right.
We talk about Ross Lyon, hasn't coached for years. Brad Scott, where's he been for 4 years? At the AFL. He hasn't
At the
coached
AFL,
either.
that's
It's been
right.
4 years, hasn't it?
4 years.
Well, yeah, well,
At least 4 or 5 years.
17. Halfway through 2017.
So-
Was it 18? 18.
So 5 years. Okay.
So there's those. So then there's three teams, obviously 9, 10, and 11. And I'll work upwards. Gold Coast, like I said, big improvers. They won 10
spoken about
games.
it,
I
yeah.
think King comes up. We've gone over that. I've got Fremantle missing out.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced.
Okay. Okay.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah, go
They
on.
can't score.
I'll talk about them later on.
They can't score.
They've
right?
lost Rory Lobb.
They've lost Roy Lobb. Jackson ain't the answer.
He's not the
Nah,
Great
good
get.
Great
A
get.
very, very good
He's
get.
going to
He's
be
22.
ruck
He's gonna be a
forward,
star. Yeah.
right?
But that's not a bad thing.
But it doesn't solve their forward woes.
But it might
He's
help
not
it.
kicking 60 goals.
Nah, it
50
won't.
goals.
It
You know
won't.
what?
Right? Taberner is a broken down
gonna-
old
I was
horse.
gonna-
He's a
Good
breaking
footballer.
horse, but he's
You know what?
good.
And
the
what I'm gonna
the
say-
bloke's got good hands, but when he's
Taberner
fit, yeah.
doesn't play enough.
That's a,
You know,
yeah.
he should play. He should play baseball if he's got good hands.
Oh, he's a good footballer.
Because he
Come on.
cannot
You better
kick
not.
the football.
Oh,
He is a good
does spray
footballer.
Sometimes,
He's a
but
horrendous kick. Let's
he's
be honest.
just constantly injured. That's
but he's
what
always
kills for
he can't kick.
No,
he-
yeah.
If you want him kicking for your life, you're in trouble.
So you're going to hate this.
Me.
Yep. Before I say it, they've got gun midfielders. Brayshaw, Sarong, Brody. Very
Absolutely.
good.
So why would I hate that? I agree with
Absolutely.
you.
There's one
Brayshaw's a
answer, and there's one
superstar.
player that needs to play forward.
yes, I know. Who you're
Get
gonna say.
fit.
Nathan. He's talking about Nathan.
If Nathan Fife can stand up,
Nathan Fife is the reason why
is
they
it
don't
Nathan or Nathan?
play. Whatever you want, mate.
Call it Nathan. Just because everything we do is with North and Nathan.
It's very important because, again, like I said, Jackson's not.
It's
he's
important
not the
that he.
answer
It's not the answer.
to they need to score.
But would you say no to a Luke Jackson in your side?
No, absolutely, I'd take him. No,
That's
no
what I mean.
doubt.
I think it's
But
very
Jackson's going to help with that midfield.
I reckon Fife destroys that side. He's the reason why.
Not if he plays.
And
No, he
Third
can't.
forward.
He
and
can't
you
do
better
it
get off
anymore.
This Fife thing, he's going to talk all day, mate. He's
I
going-
wouldn't
he's-
take him as a third forward.
He's been
Oh,
broken
yeah.
down
A fit-
for 4 years.
a fit Fife.
How he won the Brownlow was a
I'll
joke.
say that 3 times.
Yeah, I
Fife.
agree. Well, you better
Okay.
get off the Frau thing.
And I've got the Bulldog.
He'll get the Fife.
And I've
thing.
got the Bulldogs missing.
Yeah, so you got him similar to me.
Their
Just
best.
missing out.
They need their best players to fire.
Yeah, but they
every
always
week.
do.
They
Let's
do.
Let's be
And
honest.
that's what you
Bontempelli's
can't-
a superstar.
That's why the Dogs are. You can't trust them.
We're going
You
to
know.
talk about this Bontempelli superstar thing again.
But
We're going to go
before
down
I-
this road again.
Their best players need to fire. They play predictable footy, but it works. Their
Let me know when you
fixture's
finish.
tough.
Yep.
Jones and Lobb helps. Their loss of Dunkley hurts.
Oh, yeah.
But we all know what the Dogs like against the odds. So
Okay, but
ninth
I'm gonna
could
ask you
be
something.
7th.
Is Bontempelli a superstar or is he a very good player?
He's a superstar.
I think he's a superstar.
His grand final, his first half against Melbourne was
The words of Andrew, they still lost.
tremendous.
I know, but
And-
it wasn't because of
And
him.
by 70 points.
It wasn't because of
He was
him,
the
though.
only
Let's
one.
be honest.
When he
No
kicked
doubt
that
about
goal and
no-
put him 19 points
We thought
up,
they were going to win.
we
I
thought
they
it
were
was
gonna win.
over. And what were we all saying?
Oh,
Norm Smith.
Norm Smith. Yeah,
Dogs
Norm
won it.
Smith. Yep,
That's
Norm Smith,
over.
yeah.
Mate, I'm not saying
Bont
the bloke.
Norm
The bloke's
Smith.
a gun, but I don't know if I can call him a superstar, boys.
So who's the superstar? If he's not a superstar, who is?
Jack Dyer?
Next,
All right, that's it. Oh, we want to
All
know
right.
what your bottom 10 is.
my bottom.
Now, again,
Ten.
if we've said on
But
it,
if we skim, we've
Yeah.
probably repeated a lot. So you
Yeah,
only need
that's
to,
all right.
yeah, you
Okay.
need to
Tell
just
us
give us
the-
what you think, and we'll go through if there's anything else that we need to. I'm
Okay.
sure there's sides there.
Well, if you're watching this, you can probably gauge where I'm going with this. So dead last, St Kilda.
Wow.
I've got no problem with that.
Wow.
I've got no problem with that because I've put him 17th. I've got no problem.
Four games, 3 wins.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
Ross Lyon's a comedian these days. Let's be honest.
He's a comedian.
He's a comedian. Mate.
Not just that. If he transforms like this year's finished. If he goes, we're doing this, and they go, it's going to take him 2 years to wake
No
up.
doubt.
So they're in trouble. Without King, trouble.
That's
Mate,
a
that's
massive
trouble.
loss.
Let's not
Huge
get.
trouble.
We can
It's
talk
a
about
massive
this all day.
loss.
King's massive loss to those guys.
He's a massive loss.
They haven't got the greatest goal kickers.
Yeah, exactly.
And Tim Membry's okay. Like we've spoken.
Yeah,
about
but
them
Tim
everyone.
Membry,
He needs help.
I keep telling you about these. There's no more in Tim Membry.
No.
There's no more.
No,
There's
you
no
kick
more
your 2 or
squeeze,
3,
there's no more
but he needs
upside.
someone else to take the
I
reins.
remember him when he used to be a good player.
Thanks for the memories.
Yes, exactly. Next, 17th, Gold Coast.
Okay.
You're way off there.
I think you've been a bit harsh on him.
Really?
You're way
Okay,
off.
what's the reason? Just quickly, I know we've been through them, but what do you think?
I,
Why?
I don't see where the improvement's
So you
coming from.
don't, no, not improvement, but you think they're going to slide though. Mm-hmm. So Lukosius, Anderson,
Yeah.
Rao, you think can't keep them up above 17?
Real they're all as good as they can be at the moment. That's their level. They can't
So
get
there's
any
no
better.
more upside.
Right? Rankin, huge loss. He was just about to explode, and Adelaide, I think he's going to do that.
Probably.
So-
probably, and he wanted to go there too.
that's-
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
King, yep, of course he's going to be all right, but I just don't see where their 2 main forwards last year were Marbial Troll and Levi Casbolt.
And
And they did all right.
did very well.
Are they going to do the same this year?
I know what he's trying to say.
Are they going to continue?
He's right.
They kicked 70 goals.
So one
between
doesn't
them.
play. Yeah, but one doesn't play this year because King's back.
What? Yeah,
well-
good point. Good point.
Okay,
Good
so
point.
Doesn't
Be
play.
interesting to
King-
So
see.
you know
King-
who doesn't play? I guarantee you doesn't play, in my opinion. Casbolt doesn't
yeah,
play.
Casbolt. No, Marbial Troll can play in the ruck. He's okay.
Yeah, 'cause
Like he's got a bit
they'll
more.
pinch him.
It's a good
They'll-
point.
They'll pinch him, Marbial.
You couldn't
Marbial
play all
Troll.
3?
Nah,
You,
Just throwing it out there.
you know what? I'll tell you one thing. You know when Casbolt kicks for goal and I'm watching it, I actually duck in my lounge room.
Yeah.
he's
I
like
actually duck in
He's
my
like
lounge room.
Tabiner.
Because that ball's going to go through the middle or it's going to hit me in the head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Point. Anyway.
So 16th GWS.
Yeah, fair
Yeah, I'm
enough.
with you with that.
Absolutely hopeless.
Hopeless. He's like Jamie Stevenson.
Nah,
Oh, he's hopeless.
no improvement. They've gotten worse. Where's the improvement coming from?
Oh, they've lost
Talk
massive.
to me. I'll agree. I would like to see them.
So not only-
I want to
so-
see them. I want to see a month out of them.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
But they've lost Hopper. Who was
Massive
the other guy?
loss.
Taranto.
Taranto.
Yeah. What about the other guy that used to play Braun?
Oh, yeah.
Tanner Bruin's gone
Tanner
to
Braun,
Geelong.
whatever his name is.
Good player.
That's 3 that played in their best
Yeah.
22. They were playing every week, right?
But
Take
they
them
kept
out.
Phil Davis.
Huh?
Phil Davis.
A
What about
broken
him?
down horse, mate. Is he still there?
he's
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
list,
yeah. They kept
He's
that-
a broken down horse.
So
boys.
that's my point.
Can he sustain another whole
No,
year
he
going
can't.
back
But
there?
I don't think
They
he's.
won't play.
Well, they're in trouble.
He's
I
done
agree.
2 17-week
Mate,
hamstrings.
I'm with you. I put him 16th. I'm with
I
you.
don't think he's there to
And
play
Toby
22
Green,
games.
like we've spoken about him, you just can't trust him.
Yeah,
No.
I'm
You
not a
can't,
fan
you
of
know,
GWS.
he's-
Haven't
yeah.
been for years.
You
That's
haven't.
got nothing to do with my
tell you-
decision here. But
I'm probably eating my own words, but look, gun centre half back Haynes.
Yeah, he's good.
He's
Used to be.
32.
yeah, used
Like,
to be. No, his career.
That's what I mean,
He
like-
couldn't get a game last year. He was playing down forward last
Jeez,
year
he was
towards the
good
end of
too.
the
Yeah, I
year.
think they're in
Yeah.
trouble. I'm with you.
I
And a new
think
coach,
they're in-
mate, It's
yeah.
messy. It's messy.
I think they're in massive trouble.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe
I even think they'll
a
be even
slide.
lower. They could be last, second last. I mean,
Yeah, 15th.
but like you were saying about your bottom 4, 5, whatever, I think they're in the bottom 3. Gold Coast, St Kilda, and GWS all could finish last,
Yeah.
second last, whatever, right?
Yep.
Then the next group, Hawthorn.
Say 15th Hawthorn.
Yeah, but I don't say that because I think they're going to be bad. I think they'll be in a lot of games.
They are
might win-
competitive.
yeah, I think they'll be
Yeah,
all
they
right.
don't really get
They don't
smacked.
get whacked. Yeah.
No, they don't.
They don't get whacked.
So I don't think
I
they'll
don't
be.
think Sam Mitchell, to be sorry to interrupt, I think Sam Mitchell's a pretty smart cookie, I think.
Yeah, I reckon
think
he's-
He seems like he's a good coach.
He
Yeah,
would have
he's
off Clarko, mate.
absolutely.
And he's
For
been
sure.
around
Not
the
just
track.
that. He's
sure.
got his own ideas.
He's got good
like-
ideas I'm talking about, but you incorporate
Like-
his own, you know.
Who have
So-
they lost? They've lost Gunston.
Mate, Gunston. What's his name?
I think.
O'Meara,
Yeah.
Mitchell. Right now, doesn't matter what you think of those players or whatever. That's 3 senior players gone.
Well,
For the coach to go, now let's get rid of those 3 because I'm confident in
yeah.
what the kids coming through and
Yeah,
what we're
that's
going to
true.
do. It takes balls. That's got to like.
so it's 50 possessions a game and 3 goals
Absolutely.
a game.
So
with
it's got to
Gunston, or
count.
2 goals
So
a game.
he's
Gunston.
obviously got something in his head to go, I'm on this path, right? Whatever that path is, he's obviously got something.
I tell you what, some of the players we've mentioned today are going to be up for the ankle sore award.
Maybe.
Mate. Yeah, I guarantee
No
you,
doubt,
mate.
no doubt.
I tell you one, Taberner will be.
That's if he gets
Talking
on the
about
park.
kicking 1 goal 7 in a week, mate. You must have a sore
He
ankle.
did too.
Yeah, he's horrendous.
Anyway,
horrendous
so-
kick.
Next.
Okay, next, I think North Melbourne will win a few games.
So 14th, you think the Kangas?
14th, I put them. Jeez, yeah. I'll put the next 3, so Hawthorn North and the next team, I'll put them in the same category. Could finish, you know,
So what do you reckon North's improvement will come from? Like, have you got any
the
points
coach.
on it?
The
Okay.
coach. The coach alone, right? Just the coach alone.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point.
I think some of the young kids, Phillips hasn't played for 2 years, got to make a difference.
Got to make an impact, doesn't he? Really, he's
Logue. Logue's
yeah,
gonna make a
massive.
difference.
Even Tucker, no superstar, but he'll make a
Wonder
difference.
how many games he'll play.
Yeah, I think he'll play all the games if he's fit. I
reckon?
can't. Yeah, he's got to.
Yeah.
You don't
What
pick
about
up,
what about your love child?
if he doesn't play, we're talking about Jack Zeeble. Okay, I can't see a spot for him. I've been telling you this for 12
This has
months.
been going on for how long has this been going on for? Him?
Well, again, okay.
sometimes
So-
I
so-
can't finish my coffee with that
I
conversation.
know.
Yeah,
My
so
coffee goes cold.
Hang on a minute. Who sent me a message last night saying he relinquished the captaincy?
He did.
Okay, what's that tell you? You think he's had a chat to the coach and the coach has said,
I think he's been told. I think he's
No
been told.
doubt.
we can't guarantee you
But
22
that's,
games?
that's moving the club forward. That's not
Exactly,
about Jack Zeeble. That's
no,
moving.
well, it is about him because we can't guarantee
so
you
you
a game,
think
Jack.
him losing the captaincy affects him getting a game?
Yeah, absolutely.
So he can't be
break-
a third forward. In a side where I said
He
they
shouldn't-
need more scoring power.
He should. Okay. Will he be involved in your next premiership? That's all I
No,
want. Okay.
no.
Mate,
So-
Will Phillips won't be
No,
involved
but-
in the next premiership.
But will he be involved in round 1 as an integral part of getting score on the board
perhaps.
to win a game of footy?
Perhaps.
I don't think he will be.
Oh, I think he's
You picked
got to
up
be
2
their
kids.
second forward.
You picked up 2
Corner
kids.
boys, North Club
Yeah.
corner.
No, it's
I
got
know.
nothing to do with North.
Club
I'm
corner.
talking about
What positions do they play?
who
The 2 kids.
they play in Jack Zeebel's position, half forward flanks, both of them.
Are you talking about the draft picks,
The
Jekyll and Wardlaw?
the 2 top draft
Well,
picks for North, right?
They're one of them.
We'll do our own
Yeah.
club corner with our best 22. I don't think Wardlaw will play round 1.
Okay.
But
why is
mark
that?
this down.
It's January, right? So why?
Not sure if he's ready.
Okay.
Can't reveal my sources.
Well, I said, yeah, someone said to me yesterday they're watching Sheasel train.
Oh, Sheasels.
And they reckon, no, he's got a bit of class, but they don't know if he's quite ready, like physically ready.
Can you play 2 debutants in round 1?
Of course you can. You can
Yeah,
play
you can.
6.
You
You can
can.
do whatever
Yeah.
you want.
You can, but again, I see your point.
Connaught played 9 debutants in 1987.
Can I
Krasiska,
ask you
McGuan, Monkhurst. The list went on and
Yeah.
got whacked.
So
100 points.
Would you think?
That's a good stat.
Do you remember that?
No, but that's a very good stat.
It was Krasiska, McGuan,
And then they all played in-
Monkhurst, Graham Wright, and you could probably waffle off.
And
three
you
or
know
four
what?
Others.
They're all premiership players.
Kappa kicked 10 that day
Crikey.
at
But-
Victoria Park.
Mate,
Okay.
you know we're going to
That's a
revisit.
good-
We're going to revisit these games.
That's a
Yeah,
good
we
point.
will.
That's a good. How many
will.
premierships did Warwick Kappa playing? No, how many?
I'm talking about that day.
No, how many?
No, none.
How many did
One.
those players?
One.
Okay, so they're premiership
They
players.
won a flag.
Okay, so
But back to Jack Zeeble.
no, so my point is that if you're looking
Yeah.
right at the future, which he has to.
You're going
Else
to
the
get
club-
Jack Zeeble on this or what?
Yeah, yeah,
Get Jack on.
Feel free to come on anytime.
He ain't playing against Port Melbourne at 11 o'clock in the morning.
No, that's right.
Someone will say you play with one less than the reserves. Anyway, I just think for the.
Oh, boy.
I think to go forward, North have to start looking at this guy and going,
Yeah.
mate, you might play half a dozen games.
And what, he plays VFL for the rest?
Well, what? He's not allowed? Is there
Well,
something
no,
in his
he's allowed
contract?
to.
Or
Well,
No.
Oh, look, I'll be honest.
What do you think
I'll
there's
just
enough?
throw in for a second, boys. I actually starting to agree with him, Ange, because the fact that he's not captain anymore tells me he's not going to play every week.
Really?
I don't think he'll
Yeah.
play the league.
Is that a definitive cut?
It's not definitive, but
I don't think it's
but that
definitive.
says a
I just
lot.
think that's moving the club forward.
Yeah, but you have to.
That's
New
my
coach,
point. But that's
new
my
captain.
point. Moving it forward means he
Club
doesn't play
needs-
every week.
This is against Jack Zeeble. The club needs a captain where they could splash on the memberships. He can be a marquee player. The
Luke
kids want to
Davies-Uniacke
follow
then.
Davies
He's-
Uniacke or
there's your
Josh
captain.
Simpkin.
Josh Simpkin,
Whatever.
So
Jack Zeeble doesn't
So hang on.
represent
So
that.
hang on. That's
Explosive.
That's a good point.
Do you know what I
The
mean?
club needs. The club needs the
Off
two-
field.
Yep. The club needs 2 debutants to play round 1, so people can get excited and
Probably
see
a
these
good look.
kids.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, probably
because
a good
they've got
look.
nothing to lose. Right.
With the sub rule, you can't tell me Jack can't be a sub.
He can be the sub, but
There's
he's not
his
involved.
spot.
He might not play that day.
No, he might not.
So that's my point.
Well,
That-
he will play because you know that no subs never not play.
no, but he won't have
And
any
if he
influence.
plays-
No, he won't have an influence, but
Okay.
there's a spot for
All
him.
right.
And maybe if it's the...
So, but
Although they don't have to
look,
wear a fluoro vest.
We'll revisit this round 1 when the teams come out of the right. We'll
Moving
see.
on.
Moving on. Okay.
You've done your
No,
bottom 10?
not even close.
Okay,
Not
we need
even
to
close.
move on, boys. We-
Next,
going
West
for-
Coast. After your two
you got West
analogies,
Coast high,
I've
yeah.
got them a bit higher.
Jeez, he's got him.
But then again, St Kilda, Gold Coast, GWS, North Melbourne. I mean, again, they're probably in that group.
I think
They
West
could
Coast- I
finish,
think West Coast is worse than all those.
but they might well be.
I trust West Coast more than I trust
St
St
Kilda. I
Kilda,
knew you were gonna say that.
GWS,
North.
Yeah.
North,
So the ne-
probably Adelaide.
So the next 4 to miss the 8 are kind of above the bottom
Okay, so
6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so next one's Adelaide. I think huge improvement.
we've spoken sort of about
Yeah, I
them.
reckon
Rankin and-
Rankin's
Yeah.
massive, mate.
Yeah.
Rankin,
Hey,
they'll do
Adelaide
well.
Oval factor.
Yeah, that too. Rankin, imagine
Massive.
him in the space of. They're going to be good. Freo, they won't make the 8. They just
Okay.
won't.
That's an interesting one.
Because
They
you've got
won't.
him in.
I have.
So you and I have got him out.
Yeah, I've.
Oh, we'll discuss that. We'll get to it.
And
I'm-
so they're ninth?
No, they're 11th.
Okay.
I don't mind some of their players, but they've got some very poor footballers.
Yeah.
Well, every team's got poor footballers.
No, but they've got very poor ones. Essendon,
Where they finishing?
10th.
10th. So, okay, you got them. Well,
So they
we'll
just
see
missed
what-
out, but I think they can make the 8. But you've got to do an 8, right? So I've got
That's
to.
right.
I can't.
You think they can make it?
Yeah, I think they can make-
On what proviso?
I just think they've got a lot of good kids.
They do.
They got rid
I
of.
mentioned
good
Harrison
kids.
Jones because he's been injured a lot,
Yeah.
and they missed him.
They got rid of some.
He's a good target up for.
They got rid of some dead wood. Like the Hurleys. When I say dead wood, their careers were over, right?
Careers
were
Got
over.
rid of them.
Yep.
Get the new ones.
Okay, so some of these kids, are they going to be able to step up?
No, we'll see. That's why I haven't. It's a question mark. But they could, if they made the 8, it wouldn't surprise
But
me.
you're saying they'll just miss out. Like
I think they'll
said-
just miss out
I
because
said that 11, they'll come 11th.
yet to be proven, right? I don't know. If they make the 8, I won't be surprised.
Okay, fair enough. that's
Okay.
fair. Yep.
9th, Port Adelaide.
Okay, I haven't
Massive
checked,
question mark.
I agree.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They could finish top 4. They could finish 13th. I don't know.
No,
So yeah,
I'm pretty confident they won't make the 8, to be honest.
I've got him in.
The
That's
coach, what do you think of the coach? There's a problem there, mate. There's issues there, mate. I don't care.
Where are the issues?
Oh, I just think 1 week. I know not everyone's consistent every week, granted, because you'd be the greatest club of all time. But what I'm saying is their inconsistencies were ridiculous.
Yeah,
Don't
this
you
year,
think?
though.
Yeah, they
Last
lost
year,
the first
they
5 games
they
of
were
the year.
horrendous last year.
Then they win a few in a row. Then they drop their bundle again.
So I did it.
And then
Yeah.
to me, you look at their coach's body language. You look at Kenny Hinckley's body language sometimes, and I think, something's not right. I'm not sure. I can't pinpoint it. But something just
Yeah.
doesn't. Do you
Okay.
agree?
Yeah.
I've never thought about it.
I think he's comfortable.
I've never
He's
looked at
been
it
there for
that
10
way.
years, right? So
That's
he's
right.
very
Well,
comfortable.
comfort zone then.
Yeah, comfort zone. That's the problem with him. I think they need.
So that's the bottom 10.
That's the bottom 10. Yeah.
I'll let you think about it or work it out because I'm going to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
But I've got 2 teams coming in
Mm.
and 2 teams
Missing.
missing. I wanted to do 3, but I couldn't find another team that was good enough to make it.
Are we talking about
Think about that. What have you got
for?
going in from last year's 8 to this year's top
yeah.
8?
It's only one change. One
Yeah, one change for
or
me
2
too.
changes maybe.
You've made 2.
Did Freddie make the 8 last year, boys?
Freo, yeah.
Yeah, they
because
got the Bulldogs.
No, so to me,
They've had the Bulldogs.
there's only one change in the 8 this year.
So
from last
yeah,
year.
okay. So you've done 1. Like I said, I wanted to displace 3 teams,
But you couldn't. Yeah.
but I
You
couldn't.
can't trust the ones outside.
Yeah,
Who
I
are
could
the
only bring 2 in.
Who are the 3?
Fremantle, Bulldogs, Collingwood.
Collingwood. You got a question mark over
You
Collingwood.
know, I feel like
You've lost your mind.
no,
Why?
I got them in.
Oh.
They were the three teams.
Yeah, but why have you got a
I've
question mark?
displaced Fremantle and Bulldogs because I couldn't find another team that's
Yeah,
going to pass
fair enough.
Collingwood.
Okay.
That's
So I've
fair.
got Collingwood in.
Are we talking now from 8 down? Is that what we're
Yeah.
talking?
Yeah.
I'm happy to go with my 8th side.
There you go. 8th.
I'll go 8th. I think Brisbane. I was going to be Brisbane all the time. I think Brisbane will finish 8th.
No, that's
Oh,
massive.
whack.
No.
Listen to this.
Can't help you.
Listen to this.
Go on.
Listen to this.
Can't help you.
Comfort zone, Gabba. We'll win enough
Yep.
games to make it. No worries.
Yeah.
Inconsistencies away from home. And we've spoken about
Are they
this,
the
mate.
best interstate team though? Are they
Nah.
the best traveller?
Okay.
Are they?
Dunkley,
I'm
I don't
asking
think
you.
so.
Dunkley, a bonus, no doubt.
Massive.
No.
Massive.
Massive.
Jack Gunston, that's a waste of time.
Massive.
No.
No, it's-
Massive.
He's going to give you 2 goals a game.
What?
Yeah.
That's 48 goals. That's massive.
Something in your water. I know you haven't drank your water.
Nah, it's
Something in
massive.
your water.
That's massive.
He will stand
He's
up
massive.
more than Hipwood.
Yeah.
Hipwood needs him so does Danaher, Hipwood, Gunston.
If he gets another, if there's another back
How's that
injury,
forward
if there's
line?
another back issue for him, it's good night, Jack.
Of course.
They don't get injuries in
Because the
Brisbane.
thing is,
Of course.
Don't they
I'm
get-
talking about him because
Yeah,
he's
but
had
they
the
don't.
issue.
Okay, so who's the guy that went to the left footer that I can't stand? That went to Brisbane from Hawthorn. Number 14, Birchall. Couldn't get on the field at Hawthorn. As soon as he got up there, he didn't miss a game.
Yeah.
Hodges another one. How? They fix him up there. Must be the hot weather.
I
I'm
think
telling
that's
you.
a really... If Danaher stays fit,
Well, he
he was
will.
a massive blow doing his
All right.
hamstring in that.
I just think they'll make the 8, just.
Just
And you know how I feel about Brisbane. I always...
Yeah.
Here they go.
downhill skis.
They...
Okay.
Geez, they've got to win the big games, though.
Okay,
That's
well,
their
that's
problem.
another argument. Okay,
That's their
number
biggest
7,
problem.
the Carlton Football Club. Interesting proposition, right? And I'll tell you something. Blake Acres, very good user of the footy and will complement that midfield if that's where he plays. Is he in the midfield?
Yeah, wing
Yeah.
midfield. Yeah.
Wing, outside, whatever.
Yep.
Right, okay, this is what I say about Carlton. Super midfield, potent forward line, back line an issue in my league.
Yeah, it is. It
Better
is.
list than 7th. And that's why I've put them 7th because they really probably should be sitting top 4 or 5. I can't trust them yet. Right?
Okay.
Let me just one before you get on
All right.
then.
I've got something to say here.
In Capitals,
Edge of the seat.
and I will finish in Capitals. No excuse, must play finals this year.
A
Exactly.
lot of pressure on this year.
So if they don't play finals, does Michael Voss get the sack?
Oh,
No.
this is
Yes or
why-
no?
this is
No?
No.
Why not?
Because you told me about. I'm going to go
All
back
right.
to
I'll be the most basic.
go.
They get rid of Voss. Who are they going to get?
It's
that's right.
irrelevant.
So you're back to square one again.
So, but hang on.
You're back to square one again.
So they've got the 2 last Coleman medalists.
So
They've got the Brownlow medalists from last year.
He's got a point.
They've gone and got Adam Chera.
Yeah.
They've gone and got Blake Acres.
Who can play?
What do you want?
Their back half was decimated last year. Decimated.
what?
Jack Silvani was playing centre half back at one stage.
So no one gets
they
injuries.
they use
Okay. So that
Centres-
so what's that come down to?
injuries. They've
Just
got to stay
injuries?
fit.
So-
Got to stay fit.
How many players on the
Wiedering-
list? How many players? 40?
Yep.
You only need
thereabouts.
22 to walk out, right? So
Yeah, no,
clearly
you
their
need 35
recruit,
to win a flag.
clearly their recruiting is horrendous. Horrendous.
Jeez.
What?
No.
How?
Well, so
I
they
would
had
have
two,
agreed with you 3 years ago.
so they had 2 injuries in the back line. Who's gonna so no one can fill that back spot. Silvani had to play there because they had no one to fill it.
well, they lost an abundance of defenders. They kept losing defenders.
So go and get one.
No, but they didn't need to get one.
Okay.
Wiedering fits that key defender spot. Who's
Okay.
centre half back?
Mate, I think they're 2 defenders
Lewis Young.
away.
Lewis Young was okay.
I think
He's
they're
okay. I know he's
I think
okay.
they're 2 defenders away from being right in the top 4.
Okay. Did they get any this year?
They didn't get any. His point is, yeah.
My point is,
Granted. And
They went and
I said
got-
to you, the list is better than that, but I think they struggled down back.
Oh, I've got it the same. That's my biggest problem with them.
so their first pick in the draft,
You
they went and got
can't
another midfielder.
Yeah.
Wh-
They've stacked up.
Yeah,
with
well-
midfielders.
When you just said, and I agree with you, tremendous midfield, right? Why get another midfielder?
Yeah.
If you're
probably a
if,
fair
if we
point.
think
Yeah.
their problem, and I agree, we think their problem is in the back half, go get a backman. I don't understand.
I understand.
But look,
Yeah,
going
I
back
agree.
to-
I
going
agree.
back to
Trade
saying,
for one.
Does Michael Voss go if they don't make the 8? That's
No.
no chance.
No.
Not happening. 6. I got Freo 6th, boys. I think they'll be.
Can't help you.
Jago Muir had some quality, mate.
Yeah, but he's broken.
Oh.
I'm not a fan.
Okay, so this is my point on them because I know there's going to be quick use of the footy, Optus Stadium, and they play really well because they're quick. I think they move it quick and they've got some really good, fast players who know how to use the ball. Luke Jackson's a plus for me. I know we spoke about that. He can go
Yeah, he's
ruck or forward. Will benefit, and he'll benefit from the quick movement down
Yeah.
up the ground or down the
Yeah.
ground, up the ground, whatever. And I think Longmuir, Coach Longmuir, I think he's starting to find his niche there. There's something I see in Fremantle. I'm not saying they're going to win the flag, but I think they're going to be all right, and I think they'll finish in the top 6. And I think they'll win most of their games at home. They're hard to beat at
They
home.
are hard to beat at home.
And I think they might be able to
They
snaffle
are.
a couple more away games, and they'll finish top 6.
Good points.
Right?
Good
Fair
points.
enough.
I've got the Cats at 5.
Don't write them off. Write them off at your peril.
They lost the heart and soul of that midfield, mate. The
Yeah.
heart and soul. I don't care if he's finished. Heart and soul that will go to war on his own if he has to, right?
Vito, they
Now-
play 12 home games on a cricket pitch.
Okay.
Okay.
In a
Let me
in a
say
corridor.
this.
It's
It's
not an
suburban
oval.
household
How they
corridor.
call an oval is beyond me.
It's not.
Let
It's
me
not
say
an
this.
oval.
I'm going to bring up some names here. Hawkins, Smith, Isaac Smith, Tui, Dangerfield, Blitzavs. All in the ages of 30 to 34.
Yeah, we
know that.
We know that.
Okay, still good enough to be up there. I'm not saying no. But I think that they're young kids, and you've said this, their young kids don't set the world alight without
they-
these experienced players.
But they-
Holmes and DeConing, good footballers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, some of the others, okay.
Picked up Ollie Henry.
Ollie Henry is going to be handy. Tanner Bruin's
Very
going to be,
good.
They're
Tanner
good
Bruin's
inclusion.
tell you what.
okay.
Yeah, but he'll play.
But good pickup.
Dangerfield's not the player he was. Selwood,
doubt.
You're going to underestimate how much of a loss Selwood is. And remember I said to you yesterday, there's someone else, and I can't think of it.
Yeah, but you said
Higgins.
Selwood was finished.
Sean Higgins.
Sean Higgins.
Seriously? I reckon I was playing that list before Sean Higgins. And I played 2 games in the
Look,
season forever.
You can write them off
So I
At
heard,
your peril.
I heard Dwayne
because
Russell
I'm
say,
sick of writing them off and they.
no, I won't write them off. They won't win the flag. I know that much.
I don't think they'll.
I'm happy to say they won't win the premiership.
Okay, so that's my reasoning for them finishing 5th. Take it or leave it, but that's where
All
I
right.
look at that. Okay.
Top 4.
Top 4.
Massive.
Collingwood Football Club will finish 4th. Okay?
That's big.
McStay, either end of the ground.
Yeah, good
True.
get. Good get.
He
True.
is a great get, right? I know this bloke's just a run the mill, but Billy Frampton's handy. Handy for them because they're a good side. So
I can't see him getting a game
I don't know
every week.
how many games will he play.
I think you
Don't
play
know.
more
Is
than
Don
what you
Lane
think.
going to play? Don Lane will play every week.
Yeah, Don Lane will play every week. So by the
Explain
way,
Don Lane, please.
Don Lane is the American,
Big Mason.
Big Mason. So we call him Don Lane for obvious reasons. But Don Lane getting it. So anyway, but I think Billy Frampton's handy. One thing I'm worried about with Collingwood, Tom Mitchell's a good get, no doubt about it. Possession machine. Mate, I've spoken about this when we have coffees, boys, mate. He can spray the footy,
He does.
right? Can get 38.
And what do I
he
say
can
to
get
you?
45. But you're right, Ange. You've said to me, he get 45, but even if he misses 20, 25 still hit targets.
I'd rather my player
Have 45
have 40
times
than the
his-
opposition
yeah.
get at 45.
And the other one, Darcy Moore, mate. This injury stuff starting to catch up with him a bit.
What
I know
injury?
he's not- he's-
What
What
injury
is
is
the
he?
hamstring or back?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
something
But
like this.
his,
Okay.
his pre-season's been held back.
So
Ooh,
you worry, mate, because
it's not good.
he's the
He's a
Good
gun.
football.
He's a gun,
their
Darcy.
backman, their
Good
back line
footballer.
just revolves around him. So that could be a worry. But if he stays fit, McStay, I think, is a big get. Tom Mitchell, I mean, he's quality, no doubt about it. I'm probably a bit harsh. I think that finished top 4.
A bit harsh. It's one of Brownlow. I know you don't think
They
that
play
Brownlow's
exciting
anything.
footy. Collingwood.
Brownlow. Do you want to talk about Brownlow?
No.
So
May he rest in peace. Barry Round won a Brownlow.
Yeah.
Scott Wine won a Brownlow. And may I, dare I say it, who's the Melbourne player that won a Brownlow?
Brian Wilson.
No.
Shane Woden.
Thank you.
yeah, but he was better than those two.
How did we get on to
Anyway,
third? I don't know how we got on to Brownlows.
Hey, I don't want to talk about the Brownlow. Anyway, Sydney will be finished 3 because they never bottom out. 1. 2, I think
So
Aaron
wrong.
Francis.
So
Francis is a very, very, very good kid.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
why didn't Carlton get
You
him?
give him-
This is
you
what I
will
can't
give-
If you
understand.
want a centre half back,
I want
Can I
one.
just say something with Aaron Francis? He can just float around and do his own thing, but he can match up. If you say to him, "We need you to match
Yeah,
up,"
I agree. I think
he
he's.
can do that,
I
right?
like him.
1. And they're academy kids, which there's plenty of them, but I'll say Goulden, Weeks, and I think Warner was also a
Yep.
academy
Chad
kid.
Warner, yeah.
Okay, I'll use, there's a few more there. They're maturing
Oh, yeah.
beautifully.
absolutely.
Was Warner an
Right.
academy pick?
The
Anyway.
horse, he's a genius, mate. I don't care what anyone says, mate, because they bottom out once in the last 10 years or twice in the last 10 years
Yep.
or whatever. Mate, they'll be in the top,
And I think-
top 4 again. They'll just meander along. No one will talk about him. Yeah, Isaac Heaney's my boy. One of my favourites, you know
Home
that.
and away.
Star.
Looks like he's straight out of the set of home and
Right?
away.
So,
Surfboard.
stars. In for me, top 5, top 10 in the AFL. Well, we've spoken about
I
that.
think
Big
you've done
call.
well on Sydney.
Right? And Buddy, I know he's at the end, but if this is the last hurrah, mate, he's going to throw the kitchen sink at it.
But
Yeah, but
Buddy's
he's
not the reason why they got to the granny last
yeah,
year.
No,
Buddy's
no,
not
no,
the reason
not
why
even
they'll...
close.
But I think that's my reason. They'll be top 3 or 4.
I think
Okay.
Sydney won't win a flag next year, but I think Sydney is going to win a flag. They've got Like,
Agree.
it's everything you said. They're a flag team.
Number 2, the Richmond Football Club, and it breaks my heart to say this. Let me finish.
Incredible.
But
Breaks my heart.
that's fair, I reckon.
Right? I tell you what.
Going to be very good.
Huge inclusions to Taranto and Hop. I know we spoke about them losing GWS, losing them. I'll tell you why, mate. Ready-made goal kickers, midfielders that can ready-made to they can kick goals.
Kick goals.
That's what I meant to say. Sorry. Okay, high possession and use the footy beautifully, and there's more supply to Lynch all of a sudden. And Co. And if Martin can find some of his form, and it doesn't have to be at his best.
No, he doesn't have to be
Right,
Dustin
because
Martin.
he had a rough year last year. We all know there was issued family and all that, right?
Yeah.
We don't touch on that stuff. So if he can find some form, they're going to play Cochin on and off the bench because he's...
You're
mate,
throwing Hopper and Taranto in.
Prestia.
Cochin and Prestia and Martin.
They don't have to.
Let me tell you something
They're
right
playing
now.
around the square.
Yeah.
They can win the flag.
Yeah, of course they can. I think they can.
And look,
They can.
I think they can.
I'll say that, and I actually think Melbourne-Richmond will be the grand final next year. And I think
Should have been last year.
Melbourne
Year
will
before.
finish,
No,
I
year
think
before.
Melbourne will finish first, and I'll tell you why. I know the Grundy thing. Hear me out.
No, I agree with you.
It frees up, gone, mate. That's all it's about.
100%.
Freeze him
That
up to
bloke-
do what, though?
Mate, they put him forward. Good luck trying to match up on him.
Oh, he's not a great forward. Oh,
His hands.
Is Grundy a better forward than Gorn?
Take your pick. Ange.
nah. They're no good forward, either of them.
Take your
That
pick.
will be
I don't think...
the definitive reason why Melbourne wins a flag, or they
'Cause
don't.
Luke Jackson-
They've got to get that right. If they get
When
it
they won the
right-
flag, Luke Jackson was a good forward.
he was.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's that.
Okay. That's okay. Go on. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
No. Luke Jackson was a forward ruck, not a ruck forward.
No,
These
yeah,
two
agree,
are ruck
agree.
forwards.
I know, but the thing is, okay, Ange, I'm going to throw this at you.
They tried it last year. He did
I'll
nothing.
throw
Gone.
this at you. No, I'll throw this at you. So
One game,
They
one
throw
good-
Gorn in that last quarter where everyone's fatigued.
Yeah,
back
big
line's
catch.
got the- mate, he'll just take marks.
Yeah.
And he can
Yeah,
kick
he-
the football.
Oh, he's he's a horrendous kick.
No, I disagree.
Horrendous.
At times.
He's improved. I agree. He missed that goal against Geelong.
Oh,
He's missed a lot of. He
missed
kicked
a
one. He
lot.
kicked
I
one.
just think-
Anyway,
that
all right.
preliminary final was incredible.
He's a star, Max
I
Grom.
just think that Simon Goodwin to get a smart, mate. Lockie Hunter is a handy goal kicker. There's another one.
Yeah, he's a good inclusion.
Okay.
Josh Shackey?
Will
he play?
I was about to talk about him in a minute. Lockie Hunter, can he kick 25, 30 goals?
No.
Nah.
Can he kick 20?
No.
So he can't kick a goal a game, just under a goal a game, Lockie Hunter?
No. He'll play high up.
Oh, well, that's different.
He will be, yeah.
So you're telling
I'm
me
not
he's
talking
not,
goals.
he's not an acquisition?
he
Absolutely,
is.
but not
Okay.
for goals.
And Josh Shackey, which I spoke about, plays
Sorry
that,
to
play,
cut you down
that's all
there.
right. Plays the Wiedemann role. Plays the Wiedemann role, Shackey.
I think Shacky's better than Wiedemann.
That's right. That's my point.
I really do.
So he's a better
Don't know
player.
about
I think
that.
he's become better.
I watched a lot of Shacky at VFL footy last year and the year before, and I watched Wiedemann because of,
And
as
just
well.
remember, just
VFL.
remember, no,
Oh,
no,
VFL
but hang on,
footy.
Shackey's playing at Melbourne, who's a much better
VFL.
side.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think he'll be a bit of a
Would he play forward or back?
Forward. Must play forward.
And that's my
Can't see him
Gee,
play.
well,
And
how are
that's
you
why
going to
I
squeeze
think-
in
Well, we-
Gorn, Grundy, Ben Brown,
Yeah, but
Shackey?
that's the coaches. That's what we can't understand. That's why.
I'll tell you another thing. I'm not going to say their names because I don't know them. In the draft, they're two picks. We're a centre-half back and a centre-half forward. So
Yeah,
they've
but
just-
one's 18.
they're both 18.
To
yeah.
go by your analogy,
They're
they're
building-
building. They won't
Yeah,
play
they-
these 18-year-olds. They don't need to play
No,
yet.
they won't.
Okay, and I think, and that's why I think they'll be first. Look, Richmond could finish first as well. Don't get me wrong.
Gee, you
But
got 'em, yeah.
I'll just Melbourne and Richmond are the two with the two
All right,
standouts.
fair enough.
I'll scoot through mine.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Port Adelaide
there's gonna be
eighth.
points. Yep.
Yep.
I give them, last year in golfing terms, I gave their season a mulligan. They lost the first 5 games.
Please enhance me on that because I've got no idea.
It's a
when it
gimme.
comes to golf.
No, look, they lost their first 5 games and then they went 7 and 10 for the last 17. Missed it by 2 games, and that first month was horrendous.
Yeah.
They win 2 of those games. They play finals. Grey's a loss, I know, but purely on that, I think they can win 12 games.
Plus, they got. Let's be honest, Horn Francis. If his attitude's good, he can play.
Yeah, but he's not going to make the difference. I just think generally, like, you know, they've still got Dixon. You hate Marshall, but Marshall's a great.
I hated
Great.
Marshall, but towards the end of the year, he stood up a bit. Georgiades is a good player.
They've
Yeah.
got nice structure. You're right about Boat getting old, but I think they can win 12 games and get there.
Okay.
I think
that's
they-
fair.
All right.
I got Collingwood sliding.
Jeez.
Hang on. Port Adelaide. If they miss, would you be surprised?
No.
Me either.
I
Okay.
got Collingwood.
Oh, I got him out.
I got Collingwood sliding, and their self belief is huge.
Yeah.
No doubt the way they played their footy.
Yep.
But
No
the
fear.
thing about
You
statistical...
sound like Andy Marr there, Footy.
The thing, Footy. The thing about statistical anomalies, and I've written this down, is they're anomalies for a reason. Collingwood ain't going to win 12 games by less than a kick next year.
No.
I guarantee you that.
Oh, we've spoken about this one at coffee as well. Where
I've thought about it. Yeah, there was no fluke what they did last year. They were just self-belief.
Yep.
They kept finishing games out. It ain't happening. There's going to be games that they will lose. They're not. That's the difference. Why?
But
they
those
finished
close
fourth
games,
and 7th.
those close games might be 5-goal victories now.
They could also be 1-point losses.
They could be.
Have you got Essendon in the 8?
No,
Oh,
no, I've already. So Collingwood,
Okay.
60. I agree totally with Sydney what you say, but I got them 6th.
Okay.
Thereabouts. I don't think they'll make the grand final. I think they're probably not good enough for top 4.
Okay.
But they are on the way of
Oh,
good kids, good B graders. They're honest, they're
I think
enthusiastic.
the horse just comes up. He just always comes up with ideas. He's just smart. Mate.
Yeah, they've also got the second hardest draw behind. Sorry, they've got the hardest draw
Have they?
in the comp. Yeah.
That's
Can I
good.
just
So-
interrupt you for a second? What's an easy draw? What's a hard draw? Until
Yeah,
the
I know,
season
it
starts-
doesn't.
No,
until
it's
the season
based,
starts, you don't know-
but it's based on
on
last year, right?
I
It's
get
based
that.
on
last
Fair
year.
enough. Fair enough. Say no more.
You're playing the grand final. You get a hard
My
draw. That's
research
fair.
for 5th, I think I'm wrong already.
Jeez.
I think Richmond will finish higher than 5th.
Yeah, I think
Right?
so.
But I'm sticking with
Crazy.
it.
Yeah.
I can't change it now. They're unlucky losers in round 1 last year in the final.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't have lost. That was,
Well,
that
I
was
don't know. That was
They
a
should
goal
have
or
won
not.
that. Two
But
massive
was it a
gets
point?
we've spoken about.
Yeah, well, if it wasn't
I
a
don't
point,
know.
it should be a goal.
They called it a goal,
Well,
so they got that wrong. They should
If
have
they
won,
win
and
that
that's it.
final,
Who knows? Yeah,
who
You
knows?
don't know. You don't know.
Who knows? Because
You don't know.
Yeah.
Brisbane beat Melbourne that night in that semi-final
Yep.
pretty convincingly.
Easily,
Scoreboard
easily.
didn't show it, but they were all over them.
Yeah, Richmond would have given them a harder
Richmond
game
would
at the
have
MCG.
Richmond would have beaten them.
Don't know if they would have beaten them, but they would have given them a run.
Touch and go. Look,
I
you
think
don't
Melbourne
know.
were cooked by then.
I
reckon
agree.
anyone would have beaten
MCG,
them.
Richmond can win.
That's
any
exactly
game.
right.
Yeah, fair point.
That's exactly right. And then
Fair
you get to a
point.
preliminary.
Yeah,
in the
you
top
never know.
4.
You never know. But they didn't
Taranto
win,
and
right?
Hopper was Taranto and Hopper
We've
we've
spoken
spoken
Taranto
about.
and Hopper, yeah.
Massive.
Eases the midfield pressure on Cochin and Martin.
And
If
Prestia.
and
Because
Prestia. So-
I think Prestia got injured a lot because
A
of a
lot.
lot of pressure on him.
Yeah,
and I think
exactly.
Yep. And two more things or 3 more things. They got the best full forward in the league.
we've spoken about that. I disagree with you, Angelo.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I think Mackay and Curnow are better than him.
Yeah, but that's 2.
All right, that's
Oh, well, you know what I'm trying to say.
those 3 are the best in the
Well, I
comp.
think McKay and
2
Curnow,
against 1.
Well, I think McKay and Curnow are ahead of him. Thanks for that.
Both think so. He's the third.
and-
then.
Yep.
Nah, can't help you.
You think
They-
McKay and Curnow's an absolute genius?
Don't talk to him about.
All right.
That's neutralism. I agree. Cumberland and Gibbs. Two
Gibkiss.
very
Gibkiss. That's it.
Gibkiss.
Very
Gibkiss.
good young up and coming
Yeah.
Cumberland
footballers.
showed something last year,
Although
didn't he?
I believe Gibbs
Who-
did a hamstring a couple of days ago.
Who's the kid that
Yes,
played
I
for
saw that.
Richmond that was kicking on his right and left in that final against Brisbane?
a kid?
Some kid. Wasn't Cumberland the
Was
one
it
that was kicking?
Gibkiss?
Nah. Wasn't a backman. Some kid.
Jake Arts. No, he's
Nah, not
We'll
Jack.
we'll have to look that up then. I mean, I don't. Yeah,
So
I couldn't tell you.
Richmond
straight.
fifth, but
Wh-
hey,
While you're finishing
yeah,
your point,
Richmond
I'll look that
fifth,
player up because I'll
but hey,
include him
they
in
could
my.
be 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Carlton 4th.
Okay, no, I don't trust him.
Carlton.
Can't
I
help
can't
you.
trust him.
You-
Oh, I told you what I think. Their list is very, very good.
Yeah,
but-
we've gone through. I won't go through
No.
the injury.
Would you
run
put
with
money on them
defenders.
finishing 4th?
They need.
No, see, that's
Yeah.
right.
You would.
Yeah.
You put your heart.
See, I wouldn't.
Just one thing we haven't mentioned about Carlton and about Voss, and I probably should have said it before. Yes, they need to slightly tweak their game plan because, as I said,
Crash and
generally,
bash.
It's
Crash
crash and bash that wore them down in the end.
Yeah, but
I think so.
okay.
And you got to give them credit.
Hey.
You got to give the players. You got to give the players some slack. Cut them some slack because if you haven't played that way
I've got it.
before,
I've got it.
You've got it.
You've
I've got it. That player. We'll talk about it when I
But
get
anyway,
to mine.
so you got to give them a little bit of leeway, Carlton. Don't you agree? Like they haven't played that style. All of a sudden they're told to play like different.
Yeah.
But they've got everything. Everything
Because
you can want as a coach.
What was it that Brendan Bolton used to say? They were flourishing. What was it? The
Green
sprouts?
sprouts.
Green sprouts.
Sprouts.
Okay, so maybe these green sprouts are starting to come to fruition, but they're told to play a different style now. So you've got to cut them some slack. But this year, I wrote it in capital. If they don't play finals football,
But they're Monty's to make the 8.
for me, they.
Monty's.
They should.
Okay,
Next.
well, next. Angelo?
Geelong 3rd.
Yeah, I can't help you on that.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
mind that. I don't
sick
mind
of
that.
doubting them and being proven
I'm sick of it
wrong.
too. I hate them.
I hate it.
I hate
So this year,
Geelong.
I'm saying
But I'm sick of
Third.
it too. Yeah, they won the
sick of
flag.
I'm-
Good luck to them.
And
A year's a
look,
long time in football, boys.
Geelong
They
Football
lost one
Club,
player.
I know, but the other ones are
Cul-
aging, mate.
But what? Hang on.
They're
They've
aging.
been
Cul-
aging for 20 years with Geelong, and they're always up
Culture.
there. Yeah.
They've been the hunted
Yeah, fair enough.
for the best part of 10 years, maybe more.
So if
they
you're-
love being the hunted.
So if you're cultured, a cultured football club, you can win the flag.
yeah.
So if you're cultured, you can't play football.
Yeah, it's an overrated word.
Thank you.
It is overrated.
Go on.
But they've been the hunted for many, many years.
But their
and they
culture's
keep-
good. I know what you're saying.
And I've
But-
I've put in Selwood, yeah. But they've got good enough talent to step up. They have.
Yeah.
I could be way wrong. I just.
And I think De Koning,
I
Holmes,
forgot about him. I must say, I did forget about him.
ultimately, bottom line for me, and is if their weapons stay fit. Jeremy Cameron, we forgot
Yeah,
about
he's a
Jeremy
star.
Cameron.
Absolute star.
If their weapons stay
Saying
fit,
that, though, he's gonna be
and
31.
what I'm saying
He
is
can
when
be
I say their
41, mate.
weapons,
He's a
Hawkins
star.
stays fit, kicks a goal and a half a game.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeremy
Cameron,
Cameron stays fit. Guthrie through the midfield.
You're going all the ifs.
You know what I
You're
mean?
going. I'm thinking.
Yeah, but that's with every
course.
team, really.
But if,
Let's be
if
honest.
their weapons
I've got him
stay
at fifth.
fit,
Yeah, that's what I've got him
so I've got them at third, which means they
me-
could.
No, I don't mind that.
That's fair enough. Third, fifth, give or take. Top four, not top four.
And-
But heart and soul, mate. That bloke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Brent Harvey's heart and soul at North, right? Wayne Carey's heart and soul at North. They move
move
mate.
on.
You've got to move
No,
on.
not saying
Hey,
they
move-
don't move on.
So,
Jack
so
Dyer was a part, and Bobby Skilton, Robbie Flower.
anyway, so
Who's the player?
I'll get to Richmond, but who was the guy in
you was-
Geelong
yep.
who couldn't get a game? Number 3. Who wears number 3? For
Jimmy Bartel,
Parfitt.
Peter
Couldn't
Johnston.
get a game. He'll play every week now because Selwood's
He's a
not
good
there.
footballer.
He's a good footballer, right?
He
Parfitt.
is.
couldn't get a game in the end because
You know what he is? No fuss. But
Yeah.
He does his job.
But he does his
is.
job.
Anyway, Andrew, I think we need to move on.
And I'm going straight out. Just say it's a Melbourne-Brisbane grand final, but I think Melbourne wins the flag. I know we didn't.
if
say
it's a Melbourne-Brisbane grand final, I won't watch.
that's all right. We'll watch and we'll let you know what happens on
I'll tell you
Monday.
the score at the end.
I can
listen
tell
to
you
it-
the score.
No, but I'll listen to it on 3 UZ with the horse racing.
And around the grounds.
If Brisbane come in, I can't.
I think it's time for Brisbane. They have to get rid of this flat track bully. You know, beat up on the
Angelo,
weaker
I think-
sides.
I'm really going to put him ninth. Lucky.
Oh, no, that's
Nah,
fine.
that's-
no,
that's-
they are good
Horrendous,
enough.
is it? Let's
They're
see.
hard around the ball, like McCluggage. They've got good
fair enough.
mids. You know, they showed they're capable in that final. They were good in that first
I'll put him
final.
in the 8.
They were good.
I didn't put him
Against
in the 8.
Richmond,
Yeah, they were good.
they
They won.
struggled.
They
Yeah,
won.
I know.
It was a tight. It was a massive
Hey,
battle.
Angelo,
It was a good
I'll
game. It was a
I'll put
great
him in the
game.
8 for one reason, because I don't want to look like an idiot at the end when they do make it.
Yeah.
But I can't. Yeah, look, that's
Oh,
okay.
You know, Danaher fit, Hipwood, Gunston. I love it. They're Andrews, Marcus Adams down back. Oh, I think they're set. They're ready. They've done their apprenticeship.
Okay.
They've lost close finals.
So they
They've
said
won
last year,
close
but anyway.
finals. Exactly.
And Melbourne
You know
finished
me, I've been bagging Brisbane as far as flat track bullies for years. It's time, and
Okay.
I think they
All right.
can. And Melbourne, look, how hard is it? We forget that they won 17 in a row.
Yeah, that's
Melbourne
massive.
will be
15
back.
months
Melbourne will
ago.
be back. I'm
Massive.
telling you, the Brody Grundy Max Gorn utilisation.
I think you
That's the
overrate-
word you want to use. Utilisation. Is that a word? Is that a word?
Utilise, yeah.
You're
Utilise,
overrating
We've
Grundy,
covered
I
everything
reckon.
that I said as well.
Yeah,
so
we've covered the Melbourne
with
thing.
Grundy, but
That's just my opinion.
injuries. And there's one bloke we laugh, McDonald. If McDonald stays
Yeah.
fit,
Yeah.
it just makes another
Wow,
pawn
what
in
it
that.
does, mate. What does it do? Takes the pressure off the others. All of a
Yeah.
sudden,
Yeah.
this bloke that you don't really rate, as we say,
Well, you don't-
chimes in and kicks 2 or 3.
But when they won
As
the flag,
third
he kicked
forward.
50 goals.
Correct.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So that's
Okay.
important too.
Okay, so we're on the same Melbourne winning the flag, this sort of thing. But Melbourne, I think Richmond's going to be the one to watch this year, mate.
Andrew,
All right.
It breaks my heart, you know that.
So 8th, I've got Carlton.
We're not going to go revisit. what
so
we revisited.
Oh, just-
they're only winning 12 games.
I've got them 7th.
12 to 13. Yeah, they'll struggle to make
They
the
won
8th,
15 last year, didn't they?
and they finished 9th.
Yeah, that's
No, they
right.
didn't win 15. Where am I going?
Well, you're going
They won-
15.
No, no.
So-
Sorry, I think they'll win 15.
So-
I think
so
they
the-
can win 3 more.
So that with Sam Walsh not playing half the season, or
Is it-
oh, I don't know. I'm
Well, they
just
said
call.
he's going well, but I mean, going well is one thing. You're going to take a punt on him,
going well means he
bigger
gets up in
injury.
the morning and his back's not killing
and
him.
he's running, slow laps, maybe.
It's a
If
big-
he's walking around the oval, I'd have a big concern.
It's a bigger
That's all I'll
injury
say.
than
Yeah, it's
when
massive.
when I got to the ground that day.
Mate, September.
and He was a late withdrawal. I thought,
September,
well,
yeah,
he'll be
sore
right for
back.
finals.
Back
He's-
sore
back.
right? Okay. So what's that say?
Have
Yeah,
we
he's
referred
out.
to that enough in our first episode?
I think so.
I threckon
I reckon
we thought He misses that game. If they play finals, he plays the week after.
plays the week
There's a week
after.
rest yet? No worries.
He hasn't played since.
He hasn't walked since. Anyway, okay. So that's why Carlton, can't trust them. I just
I'm going to
haven't-
make a T-shirt, Carlton pessimist.
Exactly.
Mate, 20 years. 20 years of not playing finals. And the one final
Doesn't surprise me.
the one final series that they played was given to them because Essendon and drug scandal.
Good day that
We
day.
went that day.
We went that day.
Great day.
Isn't that where that boy Jared Waite took?
Jared Waite tore Asprey apart.
Nick Dygan tore him apart. And Judd in the second half.
Yeah,
Was it
Judd
Rob
as well.
Asprey? What Rob Asprey?
No, mate.
Yeah, it wasn't him.
Anyway, 7th. Footscray, 7th.
Footscray. Geez, I think they were out of the league 30, 40 years ago.
Where's
Foots
their
crazy.
home base? Footscray, right? So they're Footscray. Anyway, I just reckon the Rory Lobb thing, massive. Massive for them. 7th, I got Footscray.
Footscray.
Oh, I'm staggered by this. Footscray.
Foot's crazy.
Where is their home base?
What are they called
I'm just asking you where their home base is.
in the western suburbs?
Oh,
Last time I
right.
checked.
So they call why
Gordon
don't they call Western Suburbs?
Actually, I drove past the house where Teddy Whitten was walking past.
Oh, that's
Carrying his
you're gonna
own
inspire
bag.
me. Anyway, yeah, I reckon. Like we've spoken about, Lob massive, but Sam Darcy massive.
I want to see a little bit
Yeah, I want to see
more of him.
That's okay.
I saw him at VFL level.
7
but-
foot can take a mark.
Is Jamara Hugo-Hagen, what's he doing?
Yeah, he'll be around.
I tell you what, I
He
didn't
could be a
mention
star,
him.
right,
Well,
so-
I still think they miss out, but he can be something.
Miss out. That's 3 almost inclusions because he only played
Yeah, but
10 games last year, right?
they're not.
Rory Lobb hasn't played.
No, yeah.
Sam Darcy's played 5 games. Their upside is massive. I think.
Those.
Liam Jones in the back line. All right, you might think he's finished, but they've got nothing.
It's another
He re-
piece
he-
of the puzzle.
Well, he replaces Zane Cordy.
Straight.
Surely,
Straight swap.
surely, at worst, he's as good as him at least, right? At worst.
Yeah.
So nothing gained, nothing lost, right?
Luke Beveridge, I don't know, is he run his race there maybe? He's starting to see a little bit
I,
of cracks
I
in
agree.
Yeah,
I think he's
yep.
run his race, but that's why I
Yeah.
got him 7th.
So they can miss out.
Absolutely.
All of a sudden, culture could be an issue. I'm not saying massive issue, enough for them to miss
Okay.
out. Do you know what I mean?
Like Ange said, they miss out. Who goes in?
That's right. That's the problem.
You don't have the bottom
told you.
7,
I
right?
haven't put
top
in,
7.
but you're
I
right.
put in,
It's-
who did I put
Someone's
in?
gotta go
Carlton.
in.
Well, Carlton I put in.
Yeah, but
no, you
someone.
had Fremantle in too.
Yeah, but Fremantle made it last year.
Made it, yeah. You're right.
I
That's
think
true.
Carlton comes in. Carlton's a better side
Yeah,
than the
but
Bulldogs.
you keep saying
I think so.
if they miss, someone's going to
I'll
make
put
the
it
8,
to you.
right?
I
Even
won't
if it's
put-
default.
I won't put it to you. I'll
Yep.
put it to you. Carlton plays Footscray.
Yeah.
Footscray's got a Footscray. So you got me saying
Ah,
Footscray.
there you go.
Kerno and Mackay.
Yeah.
Who lines up on them?
They will win in with a leg in the air, Carlton. I'm telling you. That's my point.
So Liam
That's right.
Jones can't take care of one of
Please.
them?
Please.
No?
He can. He'll play on one.
He'll get slaughtered.
He
Slaughtered.
used to play with them. He knows exactly what they're doing.
The bloke hasn't played for, 2-3 years at the highest level. He's 32. These blokes
He
are
was
prime.
playing on-
Kernell and Mackay are prime. Don't care what anyone says.
So is Ben Carrington going to have a good year? He hasn't played for 2 years.
No, he played the back
He's got
half.
a key position player.
I'm just
though.
asking you. It doesn't irrelevant.
Oh, no, he'll do his job.
He'll be handy,
He'll be
and
handy,
it's a
that's
good get
right.
for the
So
dogs.
So
and he'll fill
Liam
it.
Jones will do his job.
Well, who if Liam Jones wasn't there?
No, but
Liam
he
Jones
is.
would be okay on Larky. Do you know what I mean?
Why? Why
Yeah,
would you
but
say
He'll
that?
struggle on Kernell and Mackay.
Because of their vertical leap.
Well, that's one. And two,
Liam Jones is a bloody good
they're just
athlete.
better
I
football.
think
Yeah,
you
I'm not-
underrate
No,
him.
I'm not
They're just
underrating
better
him.
football.
I think he is.
Yeah.
I think you are
No, not at
underrating
his
him.
age, and not that he hasn't played for
So-
5
Okay,
years.
all right.
Six.
So 6, I got Collingwood.
Yep.
I still
I've
like
got
him.
him 7th, but so it's about.
Yeah, about
I
mid.
still
mid.
liked them too.
I still smoky for the flag for me, but anyway.
Ooh, that's a massive call.
I love what they do and the way they go about it. I love it.
So do I,
they
but that was last
finished.
year again. I don't know, like, can they sustain it?
Yep.
Pendlebury getting older. You keep talking about older players. Pendlebury's 34,
The Dacos
35.
brothers, geniuses.
They
It's
are.
okay.
That guy they got for Johnson, is it Johnson? Ash Johnson, is that him?
He had a fantastic last.
Is he gonna
He's
play?
A freak.
Of course he's going to play.
He's
Well,
a,
So McStay
you want to talk
doesn't
about
play?
set shots?
State plays as well.
You want to talk about set shots?
Well, hang on. Yeah, beautiful set
Oh.
shot. But he goes to McStay and both of them play.
Of course they do.
My check plays?
Yeah. Up the ground, maybe.
I know
Or-
what you think of him, but
Not
he
saying on
plays
air.
every week. He plays every week, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Again,
Hang
I'm
on,
not-
Ange. Milchek can play deep. McStay can play a little bit up.
That's
further
all
up.
my check is a deep.
That's fine. I
Yeah,
don't know what
that's
you
fine.
do.
He does
McStay's
his
high,
job.
and
Yeah.
Johnson's your third forward.
Mate, all right. I'm not going to talk anyway.
Maybe
Sorry.
you're right.
We went off a beaten track.
What
there.
about Don Lane?
Where do you play him?
Ruck forward. Ruck forward.
Mate,
Ruck forward.
Ruck forward. Or
forward.
forward.
70-30. Ankle sore. Ruck.
Yeah,
forward.
as required in the ruck. As required.
And who else rucks with him?
The other bloke, 14. Not Darcy.
Cameron.
I
Yeah.
think rucking is overrated. How
you
many
don't
ruckmen?
have-
Here we go.
You don't
How
have
many
to tell
ruckmen
me.
apart from Gone have we mentioned? Oh, the ruck, they're going to be good because of the
Okay.
none.
I know this is not talking about North here, but I will take away Todd Goldstein out of North, and you said this, we're in trouble.
He's had some big performances.
Todd's
There's,
a speed
there is
star.
exception for ruckmans.
That's what I'm saying.
Go on.
Exceptions?
Not all.
Goldstein,
Not all.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about
Geelong haven't had a
Collingwood. They
ruckman
don't need a good
since John
ruckman.
Mossop.
Please.
Just remember,
Geelong
Collingwood.
don't have a ruckman. They never have. Reece Stanley. Blixav's a ruck
Exactly.
rover.
Mate, they won't be
Exactly.
all-time greats as far as I remember, so they call him
Who?
Farmer.
Yeah, well,
that's
that's
50
that
years
era
ago.
doesn't count.
He does.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Well, anything
For
before
me,
the
anyway.
70s doesn't
Yeah,
count.
we'll go into another episode
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that.
it's another. Okay, so where were we? Sorry, sidetracked. Collingwood.
Collingwood
So,
7th, 6th.
no, 5th.
Yep.
Collingwood
Oh, Collingwood
6th.
6th, 5th.
Sydney, just by default.
Yep. it's
Yeah.
fucking-
Don't love them.
But they're going to be there.
I despise what they did in the grand final last year.
Oh, that was
they
horrendous.
cheated
They
us.
actually
Cheated us
wasted
out of the
my
gra-
Saturday
yeah.
afternoon last year.
They cheated us out of the grand final.
They-
Putrid performance.
My Saturday afternoon, I'll never get back.
And I hate that. And for me,
Yeah.
that just shows that they're.
I could have sat at the front of my house and watched fake grass grow.
Fake grass.
Fake grass grow. But
You
instead,
could have
I went
watered
to
it.
Andrews and watched the game, and it was over in the first 15 minutes, which he called, and I said, relax, Sydney will come home. They'll come back into it. My
Called
Lord.
it. No.
Well,
Horrendous.
That can do a lot of damage. It did to GWS. They
agree.
finished very
Adelaide
low.
Crows, agree.
It shows a huge flaw. That just a bit mentally, they're not quite there, Sydney. So I don't know. But obviously, they're going to play a lot of home games. They've got a good squad. Because they've got a lot of players that can come in and play
true.
if there's injuries.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll get close to win the flag, but I think they'll be 5th.
Yep.
I agree.
4th, I've got Richmond.
Yep.
Jeez.
For the same
I'm surprised.
reasons.
Surprised
For the
you
same
haven't
reasons.
gone higher.
Yeah, but again,
He loves them,
the top 4 are kind of...
I know, but still.
Yeah, I mean, I'm putting them
It's
there
obvious
because
reasons.
Who's the player?
Tyler Sonsi,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
left, right foot, that's got
Yep.
a bit of class, that kid. But so...
I forgot about one player for Richmond as well,
Who?
while we're on Richmond, who is going to benefit from Taranto and Hopper
Hang on.
going into the midfield. And I think he's a fantastic footballer.
Is it midfielder?
Yeah, midfield forward.
Baker.
Bolton.
Shy Bolton.
he's a gun.
Star.
He's
Exactly. No, sorry.
a star.
So
Rich-
my correction-
Richmond
I'm
second.
moving Richmond up.
Stop, boys. No, you can't, mate.
I'm
I've
moving
got 'em
Richmond
second.
up.
Do yourself a favour.
Get on Richmond.
Do yourself a favour and listen to me. I bought them second. They can never finish first.
No,
Don't forget Robbie Tarrant's playing.
Yeah,
Centre
yeah.
half
Yeah,
back.
that's true.
Hey, and
He
look,
does his job.
You know what?
Does
Does
his
his
job.
job end.
Jack Revolt's the same. If he stays
Does his
fit,
job.
does
Can I
his
just
job.
say- can I just say one
Mate,
thing about
I'm
Jack
losing my
Revolt?
mind.
I just want to say something about Jack Revolt. He's smart. I never thought he's a clever player, and he's just going to open
Genius
it up
of a
for
footballer,
more,
yeah.
He always has.
Yeah, always has.
I just never gave him enough credit, I must say.
He's one of the reasons
I
they won the
apologise to
premierships.
him.
He
Absolutely.
contributed in a different way.
Yep.
Not on the scoreboard and that, but he just made space, did the smart
If
things.
they win the flag, Richmond, don't sing, mate, because he destroyed the Killer song.
Yeah, no, he's
well.
destroyed because every time I hear it now, I just
I know you think of
go
him,
back
but
to
anyway,
you've wrecked it. You've
how's
wrecked it,
that?
Jack.
Imagine that. Jumping on the stage with the Killers.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, third.
Don't tell me it was an accident.
No, it wasn't.
It was all
Third,
preconceived.
I've
A little
got.
bit of balls to preconceive that if we win the flag,
Well,
Saturday
it's
night
probably
I'm
just a
jumping
quick
on.
conversation, but good
Yeah,
luck to
would've
him.
been. Yeah, good luck to him.
Geelong third,
Yep, same spot.
default.
Yep.
Don't even think they can win the premiership, but third because 12 home games, cricket pitch, they'll win 10 of them. They just go third. They do it every bloody year, like Andrew was saying. Sick of it. Anyway, second, Melbourne. Almost default. Very good team.
He loves the word default.
Default. You've
Well-
defaulted the top six.
Again, let's use your analogy. Who are you going to replace them with?
100%.
So there's games that
100%.
they'll play St Kilda, being by 7 goals, and you won't think anything of it, right? Melbourne, whoever.
Melbourne, mate, Dave's lock off.
So these top teams, they'll play the bottom teams and just beat them,
Whack 'em.
and you don't worry about it, right?
Yeah, true.
They might lose the very odd game, and anyway. So Melbourne, we've said enough about Melbourne. Top of the ladder,
Wow.
Top of the ladder.
Brisbane Football Club.
I've got him, mate. Do you want to chat about that?
I've got him second. He's got him first.
Let's go.
Probably what I said.
So the Richmond thing's going to come to bite you guys on the backside.
No.
Right?
But this
and
is...
the Brisbane one may come to bite me on the backside.
But this
remains to be seen.
this doesn't
Remains to be
mean
seen.
premiership. This means just home and away, right?
Yeah, well, of course.
They
Well,
will-
I've stuck my neck out.
Brisbane and the flag.
Melbourne will win it. And
Melbourne
Brisbane
will
to
win.
play.
Okay.
Well,
I
the two
think
of them.
Richmond will win the flag. Makes me sick thinking about it.
Wow. I think.
I think they can.
I think we've spoken about it.
And what you think, but anyway, we can talk. about
Okay,
this
so
all day.
Brisbane,
We have.
their inclusions, no one's even mentioned the number one pick in the draft last year.
Oh, I've actually
Who's that?
Ashcroft. Marcus
Yeah.
Ashcroft.
Ashcroft.
Oh, you have got it down.
But
I
I
knew,
failed to
I knew
mention
who it
it.
was. I've been sarcastic.
Can't read your
but-
handwriting.
No. I'm going to say one thing. You can talk about Ashcroft. You can talk about Wardlaw. You can talk about the other one, whoever it is. It means nothing. I'm sorry. This is how I look at it. It means nothing
I'll
to
say
me
it
until they
again.
play with men.
You give me possessions and I'll shut up.
Until they play with men, I can't.
But you know,
No, Ashcroft is a Walsh slash
well, she'll go straight in and
Dacos
play.
slash instant, add water
Yeah.
and go.
Yeah, done.
All right.
There are freaks and he's one of
Okay.
those. I'm led
But
to
not just
believe.
that, he's playing with the best midfielder in the AFL.
Throwing Dunkley. He'll be the fifth
And
in
Dunkley.
through rotation.
The fifth, a kid. Doesn't have
Or
to do anything.
sixth.
Off the half back, like Josh Dacos. Hey, Josh, just come and get 30
Oh, look, I
touches,
might be
mate.
wrong with that. We'll see.
Right, that,
Gabba factor.
Gabba, they'll win every
Oh,
home
of
game.
course.
They might lose one.
Nice little blanket. It's cold. I'll put
Yeah,
on
that's
the blanket
fine.
at the
Yeah.
Gabba.
Yeah, but they're never cold at the Gabba, mate. It's always hot.
Oh, it's always up there. You know what I'm getting
But
at.
Security.
I think that they finish on top of the ladder again, just because of those reasons, right? Dan Hill will be better because he hasn't got
Fit.
No,
And
he'll-
Hipwood, yep.
Not just fit. He's got Hipwood. He's got Gunston. They're forwards. McStay. He's all right, but he's not a goal kicker.
Well, we've got a Brisbane Lions mate that caught him McSpray.
but
Mr.
he
Lot.
never hurt you.
Good one, isn't it?
It's not bad.
If you look through one day,
He's
you
a
need
left
to look
footer.
through.
He's a left footer.
Yeah,
Dunno.
left footer.
Yeah, left footer.
But if you look through his stats, see how many 4-goal games he's kicked.
So what is Collingwood scrambling
No,
over
because
to
they
pay
don't
him
need goals. They just
What
need.
do they pay him?
They need
600K?
Yeah, but they need a lead up forward. They need him.
Oh, they do.
Right?
Mate,
They don't
he's
need 4
massive
goals a game.
Plus for them, mate. You don't know. Anyway.
No, but I agree with you. But I just think Brisbane finish
fair
on top
enough.
for
But there
those
we go.
reasons. And that's
Interesting.
it. So that's our intro to the season 2023. I'm sure
I
it's going to
just want to
change.
say one thing, just to interrupt you. Today's episode is brought to you by nothing but us. But we like to think in the future
Yeah.
we might have some names that we might throw in that might help us out in
Yep.
the.
So
brought
watch
to
your
you by-
space.
So watch your space. We're going to
Hopefully.
work on that one, boys. I think.
Yep.
But today it's brought to you by the 3 clowns, if you want to call us that.
Clowns.
Well,
Be cool.
Stooges, Amigos,
Yeah, whatever.
Blind Mice, three.
whatever you want to
Muppets.
call it. Muppets. There's a good
If
one.
there's any requests or suggestions that anyone's got, that drop
Put
it
them
on.
down in the comments.
Drop them on Andrew's platforms.
We're hoping to do it at least one a week. So we'll see how that goes from now on.
And just another thing I wanted to throw in, and we will revisit the past.
Yeah, you will.
Obscure things that have happened
Yep.
in the past, or suburban grounds, and we're even going to
Yeah.
touch on suburban footy. So
It's not gonna be all current footy.
So EDFL, sorry,
Western Districts,
Western
maybe.
Districts and a few of the others.
Heri-
Maybe even
yeah.
get some people, some players, ex-players from those
Yep.
leagues, maybe.
Yep.
So watch this space. There'll be a few more interesting things, but at the moment, as it's our first one, probably trying to find our feet a little bit. But we hope
Few
you guys
wrinkles
absolutely.
to iron out.
yeah, and I think hopefully you enjoyed some of the comments and some of the intake that we've had here. So
And special thanks to La Rocca family for lending us the marble table and the setup. And Bridge and Max for their offstage, backstage setting up of the props.
absolutely,
Great
they
work.
did more than me.
They certainly
There's
did.
no doubt about that.
They certainly did. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. And you've been patient listening to us all this time through the last however minutes.
About an hour and a bit.
We'll see you again.
Au revoir.
See you later.